Hey, people, it's your boy Chef Rap. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits. And Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
We have our new advertising rate sheet available. The Two Live Stews have a current reach of 50,000 people.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
Here's the big thing about it. If we advertise your business, you got to remember, this is pretty much forever. It's in perpetuity because these videos are streamed and you can watch it over and over and people can watch what we did 6 months ago and they're still going to see your advertisement. Okay?
It's constant.
Constant. All right. So, internet-based or Atlanta-based businesses, just going to shoot you real. I mean, if you're in Arizona and you got a brick and mortar, we probably can't help you a lot, to be honest with you. Now, if you want to advertise the show just to show some love, that's cool. But an Atlanta-based business and internet-based business, check us out. Email us, okay? sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. Here, your sponsorship packages starting at $75. And you're getting a lot of value from $75. In the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group, we got 40,000 people, okay? So you got 4 different levels. Level 1, $75. And really, it's still great because, once again, perpetuity. F with your boys. Okay? So if you're interested, email us. We'll send you this rate sheet, the packages, and advertise your business right here on the Two Live Stews.
Imagine feeling invigorated and focused, not by artificial substances, but by natural pre-workout supplements. This isn't just a thought, but a reality many athletes and fitness enthusiasts are embracing. They hold the key to elevated performance without the commonly associated side effects of synthetic products. However, overlooking the potential of these supplements means missing out on that all-natural energy boost and focus. It means accepting unnecessary crashes post-workout. It's a pain point that no fitness enthusiast should grapple with, especially when there's a healthier alternative. At Lion Roar Herbs, we produce a vegan all-natural pre-workout that is proven to increase performance and boost every workout. Visit us at lionroarherbs.com to learn more and look for natural performance energy. That's NPE. We are sure you will feel the difference.
Hey man, listen, the word on the street is real. SouthernEdgeBeverageCO.com. Everybody's talking about it, Doug.
Yeah, salted flavored caramel whiskey, sweet tea flavored vodka. Everybody and their mama. Chub Rock, Jerry Stackhouse, all the Stewies, the dogs and the poodles, and this dude too.
Dana Dane with fame, Dana Dane with fame. And look what I got, that Southern Edge. Southern Edge. Woo, baby, that's right. That caramel salted flavor, baby, is all you need in your life. This whiskey is fire. Take it from the great one. Southern Edge, Southern Edge, Southern Edge. Full circle.
You heard the man, and you know who that is. The great Dana Dane with fame, showing love to the good folks from Southern Edge Beverage Company. Now, Doug, he mentioned the salted caramel. Don't forget about the sweet tea vodka. Don't forget about the passion berry tequila. And don't forget about the S.E. Limon tequila, too.
Yeah. Nightmares of the night. That guy. Y'all don't know. If you under 50, you won't get that. But shout out to the great Dana Dane with fame. Sir, everybody and their mama is talking about Southern Edge.
I'm very proud, man. You can find more information about Southern Edge at www.southernedgebeverageco.com. But like Doug said, everybody's talking about it.
Like to keep it on the edge so we max out.
Because you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could taste the moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it two. They say the night is young. Wear this cup like the fountain in you. Shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what you drink, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Yeah. Because you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern Edge, girl.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chub Rock. There's a new sheriff in town. Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Find us in Atlanta telephone. College Ball. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits and Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the coppers gon' try knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve. swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the coppers gon' try and knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve. Riding through the city, dirty money like Diddy. Got a bad chick with me, she want me to stroke a kitty. That kush smoke got me on the highway doing 50 plus your boy on swerve. Like I want the cops to get me, baby girl on the road. Say she like the way I do things, nickname me Staircase. Stepping up my shoe game, slide to the nudie bar, put a couple stacks on it. Find a hotel bed, put a couple backs on it. I'm on swerve, I'm on swerve at the drive-thru. Try and keep my tires off the curb. Rock already told you with swagger we stepping. Got the shorty on your arm looking at my retro 7. Bet that get you quite offended. You look at me with ice grill. I ain't sweating you, dog. I'm higher than a light bill. So keep it easy with the move swing. Sucker knuckles stripping no shoestrings. Who bang? Swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the coppers gon' try and knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve, swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the coppers gon' try and knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve. In the club with my mans, got a drink in each hand. Mommy bustin' it open, all a boy can say is in. Plus she came with her girls, put them on with the homies. Get a little sweaty, grab a bite at the Shoney's. Swerving my Suburban, I got a few bottles. Ciroc and cranberry, and I'm stepping on the throttle. Inhale the perp, ooh yeah, like Randy Savage. These chumps hating on me cause they smoking on the average. Fresh pair of Air Max, brand new fitted. You saying something about money?
Stewart Media and Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. We back, show. This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
Two Live Stews Experience, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart. Baby, we back. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, but them folks sat us down forcefully. What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews Experience, shouty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
And we've got to thank God every minute of every day. Welcome to the doghouse with the Two Live Stews. Good morning, baby. Is the music playing and I'm just not hearing it? I don't hear the music. Okay. All right.
The music is playing.
Good morning to I can't hear it. Good morning to you, Dougie.
Good morning.
Hey, yo, good morning to Dr. Scott. Who's all doing this morning at 4:02 a.m. Good morning to Dub Slim. Thank you for the new music, Dub Slim. We appreciate you, player. He logged on at 6:30, talking about he beat the Stews. You got to be here at 4 when Dr. Scott and I get on to beat me. And secondly, shouts out to my man Ron Lee. Good morning to him. Those were the first 3 Stewies to jump into the feed this morning. We appreciate y'all in the chat, man. Good morning, everybody. What's up with you, Doug? How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. You said 4 a.m.?
4:02 to be exact.
Damn.
He's sick. He's sick.
That's
sick.
That's what you call commitment.
He's sick.
Hey, the early bird catches the worm. I was telling
Tree
and Nadi earlier, we were talking about something, and we'll get into it at some point here. But I was telling Tree and Nadi earlier that Dr. Scott ain't ever seen a bee.
No.
Like
I would say I would dare to say nothing under a 96.
Yeah, this cat is brilliant. He's brilliant. Yeah. Straight from Oakley.
We got pulled over one day in the Monte Carlo, doing some foolishness.
What Monte Carlo?
You know, the Scott brothers had a green Monte Carlo.
Okay, I don't remember that. Maybe I was at Newberry or something.
Really?
Or maybe my head just bad on stuff like that. I don't know. But go ahead.
Well, everybody in the car is like 3 or 4 of us in the car. Everybody in the car is like, oh my God, we young at this point in time. When you see the cop lights, you think you're going to jail automatically.
Forever. Electric chair.
As the cop gets out and starts walking to the car, that cat turned the music down and looked at us and said, I'll take care of this. And started talking to the cop like, oh, Mr. Officer, so, we're on the way to so. I mean, the story that he told, it would not have been cooperated if the cop said, okay, y'all get out of the car. Okay, tell me, it would have been blown all to hell. But that cat said, hey, man, y'all be careful, slow this thing down, and y'all going about your way. Right. And that cat put the car in drive, turned the music up, and pulled off.
Right.
It was crazy, man.
Shouts out to Dr. Scott, owner, proprietor of Southern Edge. Sweet tea flavored vodka, salted caramel flavored whiskey.
A lot of good stuff going on with this thing, man. A lot of good stuff.
Southern Edge Beverage CO.com. Southern Edge Beverage CO.com.
I gotta tell you something before you get started, man. Because
it's a lot of stuff we got to get into this morning. Thank you to everybody that's in the chat that joined us early this morning. Thank you.
First day of school was yesterday. My daughter didn't want to take the picture. And she had a meltdown, which destroyed my entire day because I had to fuss at her.
It was obvious. The look on Morgan, we should have had that picture ready to show it. But the look on Morgan's face was of total disgust.
She wanted to go with mom. Mom left at 7, and I would usually let her do that, but I didn't take the first day of school picture of her by herself and her with her siblings. So she couldn't go with mom, and I told her no, and she lost it. Just lost it.
Didn't I just talk about this like a week ago, how I don't like taking pictures like that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when we did the photo shoot.
Yes.
Morgan's got her Uncle Gene on that, man. The genes on not wanting to take pictures.
She just wanted to get to school. And I wanted to get that picture. They'll appreciate those pictures, those first day of school pictures in 20 years when they got their own kids. They'll appreciate it.
Oh, and absolutely they will. Yeah.
I had to let her have it yesterday because it couldn't be the way she wanted it, and it was ugly. Okay, second thing. As the Easter Bunny, as Santa Claus, as the Tooth Fairy, as all the roles that dads play in their homes. Did you ever get caught doing one of those roles?
What do you mean?
Did you ever get busted? Did you ever get busted being Santa, busted being the Tooth Fairy, busted being the Easter Bunny? Did you ever get busted being the characters that fathers play?
Nah, I worked in silence and stealth.
I got my black dad shirt on, black father shirt on.
Okay.
I got busted last night. I woke up at 4:00 in the morning, like, oh my God, Morgan put a tooth under her pillow. I tapped JP and woke her up at 4:00 in the morning. Did you put the money under the pillow? And she goes, I don't put the money in the pillow. I don't ever put the money in the pillow. So I had to get up and go on this recon mission at 4 a.m. to put the money under the pillow.
And she woke up and caught you.
She woke up and caught me, but she was so delirious, she didn't realize what was going on. She woke up and said, Dad, did I get the money? I said, baby, I just checked. Oh, wow, Tree is quick. Look at that. Tree, thank you.
Here we go. Oh, Tree, that's great. That's great.
Look at her face. Look at her face, man.
She's pissed
Everybody
off.
holding up their grade. Look at her face. I had to send her to the bathroom to clean her face 3 times yesterday.
So that's nephew Mason and Miles and Morgie.
Yep, that's them.
You showed me some video of Mason yesterday in practice, thudding up with somebody, man. And he looked like he's a little bit more comfortable than the last time I seen him.
Yeah, he's much more comfortable, man. And once I get him a little bit closer, he's gonna be a terror. So she said, "I get the money, Dad." I said, "No, baby, you didn't get the money, not yet." She's like, "Oh man, then Dad, you got to get out of here. Go." And she went back to sleep.
Was that the doorbell?
I can't hear anything today. I don't know why I can't hear anything. Come on in, Tree. Come on in, please. Good morning, Tree.
Good morning. How's everyone? I have a couple of things right now.
Okay.
So the girl dad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Arlie and I were talking about this yesterday. I hung out with Kayla's birthday was yesterday. Even though I have a husband, we still do stuff together because that feels good to her. Mostly her, not really. Cameron's like whatever. And we were talking, and I was there's some new developments about the husband, and I just said to Arlie, "Yeah, she got her man back." And I started thinking about you and Morgan. There's this relationship
It's
that
crazy.
my daughter has with her dad. That's her man.
Mhm.
Okay. That's
Mhm.
her man.
Damn
Yep.
right.
Yep.
And he what's the word? He accommodates this. Now
He
she
he he
turned
he, he
26.
fosters that relationship.
That's
That's
good.
it. She turns 26. She turned 26 yesterday, and
Kayla's
just
26.
yes,
Damn.
the joy that she feels. I don't know that feeling of like in her mind. Oh my God, this is great. We're all
Right.
together again. And so I
Yep.
just wondered, do you and Morgan, you're not where I am in that respect, but just that ownership.
I had
Dad's
a
gonna do
terrible
it.
I had a terrible day yesterday because my baby was crying all morning before I got her to school. It was a
That's
terrible day.
that's what
Okay.
made me ask.
Now, you know what made my day better? When I picked her up after school, they had a half a day. I picked her up after school. She gets in the car. I said, baby, how was your day? I'm still in my feelings about the morning. Okay. She gets in the car. I said, baby, how was your day? She goes, it was good, Dad. Dad, can you turn the radio down? I turn the radio down and she goes, I really had to tell you that I'm sorry for how I acted this morning.
Oh,
You
that's
are the
beautiful.
sun, the moon, and the stars.
That's beautiful.
And I thought about it while I was at school, Dad, and I did you wrong this morning, and I apologize for how I acted. I said, well, I really appreciate you saying that, but moving forward, if that ever happens again, you may be late to school because I'm gonna have to handle my business.
He ain't
Okay,
gonna do
Dad.
nothing.
Okay, Dad. Hey, now, can we go get pizza, Dad?
Right.
And he does it. Now, one more question, and then I gotta go.
Yes.
I gotta go run
Yes.
this shit.
Yes.
This has been bothering me. This is and if I had the bandwidth to get on the pop-up, y'all did a pop-up. Thank
Yes.
you, Ryan. Thank you,
Yes, you're
Naughty.
welcome.
Everyone who
Yep.
can't, we're
The
doing
people love it. The people love it.
so I'm gonna have a segment called Bookmark. And these are things that I want to ask during the show, but I can't because I'm not really allowed to do that. But this happened on the show last time.
You know the question that begs to be asked, right?
Uh-oh. Are they hitting it?
Is he hitting it?
Yeah. At this point, they have to be doing that.
I
Huh?
mean,
They have
Come
to
on,
be.
man.
if
Because
I'm on
you
y'all-
So that's about the astronauts in
yes,
space.
lost in space, right?
Doug's 10-year-old self wants to know if they're going to get it in while they're up there. And
Absolutely.
in my mind, I was like, but can they even get erect in space? Like, can you get a hard on in space? Because don't be bringing me no soft shit.
Well, real quick, Tree, for the record, have you ever been to that place where you can
I'm so
skydive?
confused. Go ahead.
No, I know what you're talking about, though.
Okay, well, I got an erection in there if that matters.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yep.
That's definitely a Dr. Scott question. But why is she thinking about can a guy get an erection in space? That sounds like a movie or a book title. Erections in space.
Space, heaven, and or hell. This thing will pitch this tent.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
That's
yep.
I'm guessing yes or no. I'm guessing no. Something to do with gravity. And this is another Dr. Scott. This is another Dr. Scott question.
What does gravity have to do with my erections that's mentally and physically done by me?
The blood flow in
so
space
my blood
is like
so my blood doesn't flow in space. I can't breathe in space. I'm confused.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't, man. Think of that whole conversation about a vacuum. It's got something to do with a vacuum, space, gravity, all of that. Dr. Scott can tell us.
There's people that's been up there for months now, and apparently they're going to be up there for a few more months. You telling me that this man isn't going to get a hard on for 6 months?
First of all,
Stop it.
I don't think it's that important when they're trying to get back.
Of course it's important.
That's really the weird thing about this.
I'm confused. Getting an erection isn't important?
So Dr. Scott, he's watching. He's in the chat room. Please shoot us a text in the group chat that we have. Is this possible to get a hard on in space?
For the record, Tree, Dr. Scott is about to text you and ask you to send him a link. Do not do it. FCC would get us kicked out of here for sure if he gets on talking about erections. Trust me, don't do it. Ignore the text and then reply you didn't see the text or you weren't paying attention to your phone. Do not do it.
My money is on no for that.
You're crazy.
And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, thank you for joining your boys.
Especially if you're inactive and you don't really have a lot of action. Of course that thing be pitching up. Trust me, I know. I'm talking from experience. You hear me? Yeah. I think I can go anywhere right now and have a couple of thoughts about a couple of things. And
actually, now that I'm thinking about this, I think it's too early for this conversation.
It is
the earlier in the day, you really can't get into this type of conversation, or you're not supposed to. But we're not on terrestrial radio, so hell, maybe we can do it.
The pop-ups have been fun because it's like after 8:30 and right around 9 or so, and we tend to get into things and use words and things that tend to be a little more raunchy or risque.
Right. All right. So one thing before we jump into these 3 quick stories. Don't forget, we have a new rate sheet. If you want to advertise on the 2 Live Stews, we got a bunch of advertisers that we're going to be working with coming up in the next few weeks. Thank you very much. If you want to advertise your internet-based business or your Atlanta-based business, email me, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. I'll send you the rate sheet. We have a reach of over 50,000 people, like 40,000 in the 2 Live Stews Facebook group alone. So we'd love to partner with you to promote your business, make you some money, all right? We would definitely love to do it. sme.dougstewart@gmail.com.
Real quick, talking about promoting people's business, just like we do Southern Edge. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all very much. It means a lot. And
can't say it enough.
You mentioned the Facebook group and those numbers. Well, recently we're starting to create and add playlists to YouTube. Check those out as well. I mean, a lot of stuff going on when it comes to what's going on in Stewart Media and Entertainment. We're going to make YouTube another platform that we use regularly so we can get more content out there and people can enjoy what the Stews are doing on Stewart Media and Entertainment.
So we drop these videos, these little reels, these little short videos of the shows that we did that week. And we dropped probably 6 or 7 of them this week. The one where we talked about Skip Bayless running ninjas off the show. In a nutshell, It's got like 70,000 views. People always skip. What's the word? He moves the meter. He moves the meter. That's the phrase.
He's a line stepper.
He's a line stepper. So people are interested in line stepping for real. Absolutely. A couple little news and notes from the world of sports. J.J. McCarthy done for the year. Quarterback for the Vikings. They just drafted the dude out of Michigan. And he had a meniscus tear. Evidently, it was a bad one because I remember you having this at Tech.
Yep.
And you missed like a game.
My junior year, I messed it up the first game of the season versus Arizona. I balled out of control, had an amazing game, messed that thing up in the third quarter, finished the game. Immediately after the game, my knee swelled up like a balloon.
So wait a minute, you tore the meniscus and didn't even know it?
Well, I knew something was wrong. I just didn't know what it was because we were still playing.
Okay.
And the adrenaline's flowing. I wasn't going to leave the game. So I probably caused a little bit more damage. Get an MRI after the game. They found out that I have a meniscus tear. And the following morning, the trainer and the doctor comes and asks me, what do you want us to do with this meniscus tear? I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm not a doctor. That's y'all's job. What's best?
Mm-hmm.
Them folk told me I could shave some of it down. This is going to take this long. You can clip some of it and cut it out. It'll take this long. Or you can remove the thing altogether. But the repair is going to take longer to fix.
Mm-hmm.
The repair is going to take longer for you to come back. So they snipped like 15% of my meniscus out. I practiced 7 days later, played in the game 2 weeks later.
Yeah, so his must have been really, really effed up.
They're repairing his. They're not shaving it down, and they're not snipping it. They're repairing his. They're fixing it. So it's going to take longer. So my point is, the Minnesota Vikings have long-term plans for J.J. McCarthy. That's why it needs to be repaired.
Right.
Ryan Stewart, they wanted my black ass back out there next week, so they just snipped it, closed it up, and put me back out there.
So does it still give you problems?
Oh, yeah, it still swells all the time.
Oh, so you think that if they
feel it constantly.
If they would have, been more
repaired
thorough,
it correctly, repaired it like you cared, repair it like you need me for more than just another year and a half. If you would have thought it like that, like the Minnesota Vikings are, JJ McCarthy is their investment. They need that leg to be good for a long period of time. They want him there for 15 years. He's shown the propensity to be good. But Ryan Stewart, man, just cut that ninja's meniscus out and let's get him back on the field.
I feel kind of sad about that, man. I didn't know the depth of that story because
so do I.
I would have asked more questions. Well, when I tore my ACL at South Carolina State, right. I stepped in like a pothole on the practice field.
And that's still a lawsuit for you right now, but you're too proud to sue your old alma mater.
And my old man wanted to sue everybody. Our old man wanted to sue everybody in Orangeburg.
Why is there a hole on the football field, man?
Yeah. I mean, but it's
okay, real quick, man. You told me I should ask more questions. I asked the doctors the questions. I asked them what was best for me. I said, I don't know what I should do. What do y'all think? It's y'all's job. Had they been forthright and said, hey, man, if we snip it, we'll get you back out there in about a week or two. But if we repair it, you might be done for the rest of the year. I may have chosen to repair it so my knee don't ache like it does now.
Wow. Yeah. They didn't care about you. And that's a testament to what we've always said. They don't care about you. At the end of the day, they really don't care about you. So this NIL money these cats getting, I love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
You
think these people care about you?
At least now the scales are a little bit more even. You know,
right.
Tech signed an offensive lineman, a 5-star offensive lineman. We ain't had a 5-star O-lineman in a long time. The minute I saw the publication come out, I said, okay, how much did they pay him? $800,000 a year.
Wow.
This kid's going to make $3.2 million at Georgia Tech the next 4 years if he's here 4 years.
Wow, that's crazy. Second quick story we wanted to talk about. I want to get your thoughts on this. And I got a conspiracy theory. Okay. The Guardian caps. The NFL is going to allow players in the game. We talked about this years ago. They're going to allow players in the game to wear these Guardian caps.
Wow.
It looks just like the little, like the helmet that the little cartoon character from outer space used to wear.
Real quick, man.
Sir,
it was 15 plus years ago we envisioned and talked about this on national radio in Atlanta. 15 plus years ago, we said they would have to do something because the guys are getting too big, too fast, and too strong every year.
Okay, so my question to you, and you're watching the 2 Hours News Experience, you just saw it. It's ugly. Okay, and football players, you look good, you play good. We've been saying that ever since, Little League. Do you think, and I'm going somewhere with this, do you think players are going to wear it? Or what percentage of players do you think are going to wear it? Give me a percentage. That's a great question by me.
It's going to start off being roughly 25, 30% going to wear it if the option is left up to them.
You think that much? Yes. 30%?
I said 15 to 25%.
Okay, I'm thinking 10%. Here's where I'm going with this. If y'all don't have 100% participation, or if y'all have a very low participation rate, the NFL is going to use this as ammunition when y'all try to take them to court about injuries and head injuries. Because what the NFL is going to say is, we know we got the science. We know that this thing works, but the players don't do it. That's not our fault.
So listen to this.
It's a setup, man.
I want to add it. I want to add an amendment to that.
Okay.
An addendum. I want to add it to that. If they don't force everybody to wear one, if they don't force every single person to wear one, shame on them. CTE is real. Concussions are real. And you know how it's caused. It's because your brain is hitting your skull. So why is the Guardian cap even optional?
Why is it even optional? That's a very good point. Why is it even optional? I'm telling you, they're building a case on y'all ninjas.
I would have to agree.
I'm telling you. Now, I do believe that the NFLPA, guys that run the NFLPA are smart. They have to know this. They have to kind of smell a rat.
According to league studies, it resulted in a 50% decrease in concussions among players who use the Guardian cap. So 50% of the concussions have been decreased because of this cap. What are we talking about? Make everybody put it on.
And like I said earlier, the problem with it is it's ugly. Okay? And the vanity of football players, these cats are not going to wear it.
I agree.
Because it's ugly.
If given, I agree.
Let's keep this in mind. So this is one of them things that we're going to be able to talk about after the fact that we were ahead of the curve, because I'm telling you, that's what's going to come from this entire situation is the NFL is basically setting y'all up.
The NFL extended the mandate to regular season practices last year. So it was mandated that they wear them in practice last year.
But right now, it's not mandatory to have to wear it in the games. They can wear it in the games, but it's not mandatory. It's a setup, sir. And the last story.
We know they don't care about them folk, man. It's just business. It's a $15 billion business a year. Nadia and I talked about it on the show last night. Was it last night or 2 nights ago? Yeah, 2 nights ago. The league, all 32 teams, their net worth combined is like $190 billion. Yeah, they don't care about us, man. It's just business. And if something happens to one of these ninjas, they got somebody else coming in there to do the same job. Maybe not as good, but they can replace that spot.
Last quick story that we'll mention is Noah Lyles in these comments.
Ooh, did you
in
give
these
World
comments?
champion of what? The United States? You know, the thing that hurts me the most is that I have to watch the NBA Finals and they have world champion on their head. World champion of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong. I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world. That is not the world. We are the world. We have almost every country out here fighting, thriving, putting on their flag to show that they are represented. There ain't no flags in the NBA.
Okay, so
that guy's a schmuck.
Okay, wait a minute. So do you understand the conversation surrounding that video?
No
this
question,
was said a while back.
Yeah,
so
this video is probably over a year old.
Right. And it was a pretty big controversy.
Yes.
If you can go back, the question that was asked by one of the NBA players, are we world champs now? The answer is yes. Now you are.
Yes.
But when he was talking about it and talking about how the NBA winning the NBA championship doesn't mean you're the champion of the world, he's
exactly right. He's right.
Oh, okay. I thought you were on the other side of the conversation on that.
No,
There's a lot of people. There's people in the chat group, the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group, arguing that he's crazy and he's stupid because we are the best in the world. No, we play a championship in the USA.
He's a pompous ass, and he used that to belittle them, to lift himself up, to talk about his world championship.
Okay, so you believe he was trying to belittle?
Doug, you don't. Okay, there's my best buddy. Her name is Google. She tells me all the time about how the NBA players can't stand that dude. And that's why a lot of them this year at the Olympics went to his races, because they wanted to see him get beat so they could heckle him.
Right.
Or they don't like him at all because he's a hater of them.
So
he lift himself up.
So he doesn't think the Celtics could beat any team in any other league in the world. Yeah, they probably could, but it hadn't happened. That's not a fact.
Right.
Okay, that's innuendo. You think that they could do it, but until they do it, it's not a fact. That's just you thinking something. Yeah, the best team in the NBA or whatever probably could beat any other team in the world, but that's not what the guy said. The guy said, "Why are you calling yourself world champions when your tournament is against teams in one country?"
Logistically, he is correct. But
logistically, he's correct. That's all I wanted to say about that.
He's just a pompous a-hole. Period. And we know that now after seeing him and his efforts and his lack thereof this past week. He's a jerk. The guy's a jerk.
That actually was one of the entrants in the last 48, which are the last 40 or the last 10 biggest stories in the Two Live Stews Facebook group in the last 48 hours. So we got 9 more to go throughout today's show.
I don't know if Dr. Scott was in the chat room, but he sent me a text.
About this whole hard on in space?
About your PP standing up.
What did he say?
Okay, this is exactly what he said. Not only is it possible to get aroused in space, but sometimes the environment has a turboing effect, giving rise to a nickname for the experience, Space Viagra. I told y'all that thing would work. I told you that thing would work up there. I knew it.
Space Viagra. I've never heard of that before.
Well, he's saying he just wanted to give it a term so you would understand. Space Viagra.
Oh, and you know what else he's probably doing it? He's probably reserving that name on GoDaddy right now too. Space Viagra. That's how his mind works. Dr. Scott is always looking for the next hustle.
Now, real quick, last part. I often talk about the good folks at Southern Edge and our beverages that we have. We've got a tequila called Passionberry Tequila. And Dr. Scott has convinced me that the way he made this tequila, the Passionberry Tequila, you can get that thing up anywhere. He's saying that there's preservatives and additives in our natural organic tequila that is straight man muscle material. In the Passionberry, not the other tequila that we've got, the S.E. Limon, but in the Passionberry, the red tinted tequila, because we have flavored spirits, that is meat muscle.
Oh, that's a good word too, meat muscle. Let me write that down. Let me jump and GoDaddy for meat muscle too. That's catchy. I can see a whole brand of meat muscle. That's good, man. Hey, when we get back from the break,
what I was about to say, it's almost 7:30. We hadn't taken a break yet, right? You do realize that?
Yeah.
I can't hear the music, so I'm gonna need y'all's help with that today. I can't hear the music.
What's going on with your equipment?
My equipment is better than yours. You look like you didn't sleep last night. You look pale. We got to get out here, though. Anyway, let's get out here. Hey, up next in the doghouse with the Two Live Stews, man. Is it Ollie turn? Is it Ollie Wood next?
No.
My rundown's not pulled up.
Yeah, a couple more things. We actually kind of combined the first two segments just now.
Okay.
But
what is y'all doing? What is happening? No, but it's okay.
Well,
but y'all wilding out today. I didn't mean to get you hard.
We got caught up.
She's excited because she's headed someplace to get some meat muscle, probably. That's why she's excited today.
Yeah, I'm definitely positive that meat muscle is not proper radio etiquette for 7 a.m. in the morning. Meat muscle and.
It's Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience. Y'all keep it locked. We'll be back up next.
We'll read some chat messages too. How about that?
Meat muscle.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chub Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits and Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Shout out to you, Chub Rock, Southern Edge, baby. S.E. Right here, Southern Edge. This is the salted caramel whiskey flavored. It's amazing. It's the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug, your line is still muted. You may want to take that off so people can hear you when you do decide to speak. But we do appreciate you guys waking up in the morning and joining us, pulling up on the stews for the Two Live Stews Experience every single morning. Thank you guys very much.
One thing I forgot to mention about the whole Vikings thing is, so guess who's going to be starting for the Vikings now?
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
What will this be? His fifth opportunity to be a starting quarterback someplace?
Sir, I guess we're brothers.
What's this, 5 or 6 for him?
This man has gotten opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. Right. Now this one, he kind of fell into this one because of the situation with the guy they thought was going to start getting injured. But Sam Darnold's had 11 lives, man. He's like a damn cat.
Yep. I'm actually pulling up his information now to make sure to see. Let's see. Sam Darnold. Okay. New York Jets. 18. and 20. The Carolina Panthers, 21-22.
I forgot about Carolina.
The San Francisco 49ers, 23.
He played for the 49ers?
He was a backup last year to Purdy. To not Purdy, to Brock Purdy.
Okay.
And this year, he is now going to be the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. I do want to say this. Even if J.J. McCarthy would not have been injured in the preseason game, the word on the street is that Sam Darnold was probably still going to be the starter this season. So I don't want people to think that he's not a starting quarterback. He was probably still going to be starting in Minnesota no matter what happened to J.J. McCarthy. They were going to allow him to sit and watch Sam and have a little tutelage under Sam prior to taking the field. But now Darnold's going to get another. He's going to get another opportunity.
And one other side note from the NFL: the Falcons make a big deal, sir, with the New England Patriots trading for Matthew Judon, defensive end, outside linebacker.
Well, yes. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. The Patriots are known for running a 3-4, so their defensive ends sometimes play on the line, but they are on the roster listed as outside linebackers.
Yeah, like Teddy Bruschi, and they've had a bunch of good outside. Oh, the guy that's the coach now. I can't remember his name.
Our cousin Derek Rivers was one of them.
Speaking of which, I think Judon came in, and I should have looked this up. I think Judon came in the league the same time Derek did. I think they got drafted in the same class. So we have our cousin that I grew up with, and we played ball together since we were 7 years old, John Rivers. His son, Derek Rivers, got drafted by the New England Patriots when he first came out, probably 6 or 7 years ago. And he's had some real tough injuries over the years, but every year has had a job.
Every year's had a job.
Every year Derek has had a job. Look up Derek Rivers, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I think the Judon kid came in the same year with Derek.
Yep. Real good player, man. The Falcons hadn't had someone get double-digit sacks in like 12 to 15 years,
since Nick Beasley.
It's crazy.
They talked about it. I saw them talk about that. And Beasley was a beast when he first came out from Clemson.
For a year and a half, 2 years.
For a
Beasley
minute.
Didn't do nothing.
Vic Beasley just fell off.
Right,
And I don't know how he fell off.
Yeah,
Look up that name, too, if you're not from Atlanta. A big contingency of our show, because we're based in Atlanta, is going to be Atlanta Falcons fans and Atlanta sports fans. So we throw out these names. We got to remember, man, there's people in China watching right now.
Right, that's right.
So we got to give some context to a lot of this stuff we talk about. But Vic Beasley played for Clemson, an Atlanta kid, and the Falcons drafted him, and he balled out his first year. But then after that, he kind of
they drafted him high. He was like, wasn't he a defensive rookie of the year?
He might have been.
Yeah, I think.
And Nadi can kind of clean up the conversation on this when he comes on with the Funky Four a little bit later.
Right. Okay. Well, that's wild, man. That's really wild. But again, they hadn't had a double-digit sack getter in years, and this is a huge move for them.
That's a big move. And
it also, Nadia and I talked about it on the pop-up show Tuesday night. It also validates my thought process on the show this past a couple nights ago. I talked about my disdain for the 8th pick being Michael Penix because we're not going to use him hopefully this year or next year. And a guy that's taken that high at number 8 should be contributing to the team this year.
You're not mad at Michael Penix. You like the player, right?
No, I love Michael Penix. I am happy that he's
business-wise.
Business-wise, it's not good for business because the defense has so many holes.
Right.
There's so much talent that you could get between 1 and 15 that should 1 and 20 that should participate and pay dividends for a team the year after they got drafted. We're not going to see Penix on the field for 2 years. You pay Kirk Cousins $100 million guaranteed. My thought process was get somebody that's going to help this defense that is dismal at best. Get somebody that's going to help this defense immediately, and you didn't do that. But now that they brought you down in, hey, I'm fine with it. We're going to put some pressure on the quarterback, and we'll still have Penix, who may even play this year after what I've seen so far this preseason.
Boy, I would love to see Penix behind the center for the Falcons this year.
You've seen footage of Kirk Cousins, haven't you?
Yeah, he's still not right, man.
He's moving gingerly, sir. I wouldn't call him a gimp like we were calling him before, but he's moving gingerly.
GIMP is kind of strong.
GIMP
I don't
is
think
strong.
GIMP is politically correct either anymore. You can't just
GIMP
call
is
people
strong.
a GIMP.
GIMP is strong. You're right.
You're watching the Two Live Stews experience. All right, can
You're
we
right.
roll out? I know we all off schedule. We kind of twisted some things around. Tree, can we roll out the first 4 and the last 48? Huh? Thank you, Tree. So here are the.
I just hate when she's. I can just tell when she's disappointed.
We did kind of get off the beaten path like we were supposed to.
We did only because I couldn't hear the music, but I just don't like the. She's like this right now, like I.
Oh, she's disgusted. She is absolutely disgusted.
And it hurts my heart.
I should take a screenshot of this screen that I'm seeing so you can see the expression on her face. Like she's making fickies.
Oh my gosh.
I
Okay, go ahead,
him.
man. What is this? What is this?
All right,
slide
so the last 48 are the last 10 biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group that's occurred over the last 48 hours. We kind of named it after one of the TV shows as well. So this is one of them. This is the second one we're going to show today. This 2028 USA men's basketball roster will get destroyed in the Olympics. That's a nice squad. Now they do look like they're lacking. They look like they're young. Have you heard about this Cooper Flagg kid, the white boy on the right?
Yes.
Have you heard about him? Going to
Duke. He's going to
Duke.
Yes.
They saying that he the best prospect coming into college basketball since it's not LeBron.
You didn't see him in those first 3 preseason, those first 3 games before the USA started playing real games. He's a beast. He's a beast.
Since Zion.
Right.
They're saying he the best prospect to come into college basketball since Zion.
Man, them folk reaching, man. You know them folk reaching. You know them folk reaching.
That's
you know
what
them
they're
folk.
saying.
You know them folk want a Zion of their own. They want a LeBron James of their own. That's all that is.
So go back to that one more time, Tree. And I'm sorry.
He can play.
All of these guys, Booker's going to be coming back. Edwards going to be coming back. And we're talking about in 4 more years. There's nobody. Tatum, he couldn't even get on the floor, so we're not really going to concern him. I think in 2028, Anthony Edwards is going to take over. Anthony Edwards is going to really. He said he was going to do it this year, but he couldn't do it because LeBron's still there. But I think in 2028, he's going to be the alpha male on that team.
Don't count LeBron out for 2028, man. That's all I'm saying.
What?
That's all I'm saying. No, I know where this is going to go. I'm not trying to derail the show. Just don't count LeBron out for 2028.
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass serious.
LeBron will be 47 years old in 4 more years, man. Are you kidding me?
43, 44, sir. 43, 44.
I don't think that's going to happen.
And after the year he just had, 27, 7, and 6 or something like that, after what he just did in the Olympics, just don't count LeBron out for next year's for 4 years from now. The Olympics.
And you know
what?
Knowing that, Ninja, don't count Bronny out either. Now, if he make a call and get Bronny on the Olympic team in 2028, that's throwing your weight around.
No, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that.
All right, story number 2, top 10 greatest NBA players of all time. This came from Basketball Hype. Take a quick look. Number 1, Jordan. 2, LeBron. 3, Kareem. 4, Bill Russell. Shaq, Tim Duncan, Hakeem, Magic, Larry Bird, and Kobe.
Is that their order? Is that their order too?
That's their order. Yeah, that's their order.
I don't like the order at all. I don't like the order at all.
What don't you like about the order? And you're watching the Two Live Stews experience.
Kobe's at the bottom of it. Kobe should be above Bird.
Okay.
Kobe should be above Bird. Tim Duncan should probably be above Shaq, maybe. And Magic Johnson got to be higher. I mean, he's got to be higher. He's at 8. Magic was amazing, man. I mean, Magic was an anomaly. We'd never seen nothing like that before in our life.
Right.
They got to be a little higher, man.
At this point, Larry Bird is like Paul Bunyan, man. And because he's so unique, he's the greatest white player of all time. Bird was that dude. But I think Kobe should be ahead of Bird.
I agree.
I think Kobe should be ahead of Bird. I'm not sure if Shaq should be that high. I love Shaq.
Yeah, man. He was
and
an
maybe
unstoppable
just the sheer
force.
dominance, he's got to be that high.
He was an unstoppable force for a decade to 12 years. So, I mean, unstoppable. They couldn't do nothing with him. They had to hack a Shaq.
And the problem, and another problem is you got to clear out one of those players because you got to have in Wilt Chamberlain somewhere. The man got records, and I know he played in a different era, but the man's records are are unworldly. Like
Man,
some of his records will never, ever, no one will ever come close to doing
Right.
some of the things Will Chamberlain did.
Because he was bigger than everybody and he was playing against pharmacists. That's why. He was playing against pharmacists, man.
That's very disrespectful.
It's
Next
not disrespectful, man. Look at all the footage. You see it yourself. Go ahead, man. Next slide. What is it?
Lucky Lefty. Shouts out to Lucky Lefty, a top contributor in the Two Live Stews Facebook group.
Appreciate you, Lefty.
This is posted from the Black Adam Schefter group or whatever. Most turnovers in the NFL since 2020. And look who's at the top. Our Uncle Donnie's favorite person to hate on, Josh Allen. Hey, Doug, I don't understand with the love affair with Josh Allen. All he does is turn the football over. He's a bum, Doug.
He's a bum. He's a bum. But them folk love him. But he's a bum. He looked bummish in the preseason game last week.
He got a strong arm, but he hasn't done anything.
He worked.
And he's a turnover machine.
His strong arm is worse than Brett Favre's. He's a turnover machine. He's a fumble machine. He's a ball skipper, overthrower.
But they talk about him in terms like he's one of the top 2 or 3 quarterbacks in the game.
Great.
They'll put him over Lamar Jackson.
You better believe
They'll put him over Dak Prescott.
Why? They may try to put him over Patrick Mahomes. They love him so much. They talk about his greatness every day. You can hear somebody talking about Josh Allen's greatness on the network.
I want y'all to pay attention this year to how much love they give Josh Allen. Just over the top love on what they give Josh Allen. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I'm just saying he's not as good as they be making it out to be.
Right.
That's
Shout
what I'm
out to
saying.
Naughty Dread. He's in the chat room. He said Josh Allen is going to miss Stephon Diggs. No question.
Absolutely.
No question. I think he's going to have a situation on his hand without Stephon Diggs.
Absolutely. We got one more that we can get before we jump. Oh boy. I should have told
this.
I should have told Tree to use this as the last one. This would have took us out on top.
Oh my God. Stop it. Wait a minute. What's going on with this picture?
So that's
what was James? Was James their driver or something?
No, man, that's his family.
Oh
that's John Amos. It's not James. That's not a picture of him in character on Good Times. That's John Amos, man. That's his family.
There's a lot of things
and
going on.
The dude said my whole childhood was a lie. I guess the point that the poster's making is that James seemed like the blackest man in America. And Florida was the blackest wife in America.
Real quick, man. I was about to say, what episode of Good Times did I miss to know that James had a whole nother family?
He had a whole nother family on the other side of Chicago. He had a whole nother family.
He married to a white lady in Chicago back in the 70s, man.
He does his son, and if you go back to the picture, the littlest person, the kid that the wife is holding, he does a podcast. I don't know how frequently they do it. He does a podcast with his son. His son look exactly like him, but kind of white.
I was about to say Florida.
We can pull up a picture. That son looks exactly like him. Got his nose. You know, he got kind of a unique looking nose, and his son look exactly like him, but kind of white.
I'm a huge John Amos fan, and his son is white because his mama's white. And I have no problem with that. I'm fine with interracial relationships.
Wait. What do you mean he's white because his mama's white?
Well, I mean, he's well, of course, he has his father's,
in America, we talked about
right.
this. It's the one drop rule.
If you got one drop, right, yeah. But his skin pigment is because of his mother's DNA.
Okay, all right. So that's good. So that's our first 5, including the Noah Lyles track.
I can't hear the music. Is the music being played?
Yeah, we gotta go to a break.
Up next in the Doghouse with the Two Live Stews. The Two Live Stews Experience will be bringing you the Arlie Wood Report.
Yeah.
The great Arlie Michelle will join us. It's Doug and Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews. Y'all keep it locked.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the choppers gon' try. Not just when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on. I'm on swerve, swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the coppers gon' try and knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve. Riding through the city, dirty money like Diddy. Got a bad chick with me, she want me to stroke a kitty. That kush smoke got me on the highway doing 50, plus your boy on swerve. Like I want the cops to get me, baby girl on the road. Say she like the way I do things, nickname me Staircase. Stepping up my shoe game, slide to the nudie bar, put a couple stacks on it. Find a hotel bed, put a couple backs on it. I'm on swerve, I'm on swerve at the drive-thru, try and keep my tires off the curb. Rock already told you with swagger we stepping. Got the shorty on your arm, looking at my retro 7s, but that get you quite offended. You look at me with ice grill, I ain't sweating you, dog. I'm higher than a light bill. So keep it easy with the move swings. Sucker knuckles, stripping no shoestrings. Who bang? Swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the coppers gon' try and knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve, swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. The choppers blocker, the coppers gon' try and knock us when I'm swerving my Suburban, swerving in my Suburban. I'm on swerve. In the club with my mans, got a drink in each hand. Mommy busting it open, all a boy can say is in. Plus she came with her girls, put them on with the homies. Get a little sweaty, grab a bite at the Shoney's. Swerving my Suburban, I got a few bottles. So rockin' cranberry and I'm stepping on the throttle. Inhale the perk, ooh yeah, like Randy Savage. These chumps hating on me cause they smoking on the average. Fresh pair of Air Max, brand new fitted. You saying something about money?
It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart. We're very happy to be welcoming into the doghouse the lovely Arlie Wood Report with Arlie Michelle. What up, Arlie?
Good morning, all of the lovely Stewies out there. Doug and Ryan Stewart, Tree and Naughty. Good morning.
My cousin just sent me a message. Doug, your phone's on mute. You gotta take the mute off. It's not gonna work. If that microphone has a line through it, we're not gonna be able to hear you if you talk.
You're 100% right, sir. Your cousin, what?
Cousin Tori Ellington. You're right, my cousin, because we found you on the step. Tori sent me a text saying that he wonders if we remember Mark Helsel from the Buffalo Bills. Yeah. He used to wear the double cap helmet.
That's right, the safety. Not safety, wide receiver. He played wide receiver.
He's the safety. Yep.
No, I think we're talking about two different players. Because
this guy's a defender. He's a defender.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and he wore double cap helmet. Yeah, and I sent that picture to Tree. I don't know if she'll be able to get it in, but
you're right. He did that 20 years ago, 25 years ago. He was wearing it.
Yeah,
he wasn't no fool.
Well, we're not going to do this. This is all these time.
Wait, there it goes.
Oh, wow.
That's production.
Oh, wow.
That is production. Don't he look like a young John Amos?
Oh my gosh, they're spitting image of each other.
I got that same head, that whopper head.
The same receiving hairline too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna have to lay down after that because I think I knew it, but I didn't. And seeing the visual, I was like, oh, I think
one of the blackest black men of all time.
Ron Lee was like, we've been bamboozled. I said, run amok. Plymouth Rock didn't land on us. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. It landed on us.
One quick question. I did an investigation during the break, and Meat Muscle, the domain name Meat Muscle, is
already taken.
It's all right.
Somebody got it.
Yeah, it might be Dr. Scott.
Ain't no question. You got 30 seconds before you did. Be quick.
All right, Arlie. Good morning.
Good morning to you all again. It's your girl Arlie Michelle with the Two Live Stews Experience and the Arlie Wood Report. And first up, we got some birthdays. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. There weren't a lot of happy birthdays for us today, but host, actor, funny man Anthony Anderson turns 54 today. And Nipsey Hussle's birthday would have been today. He would have been 39. He was murdered in Cali back in 2019. And so I wanted to say tomorrow, my Sarah actress, beautiful woman, Angela Bassett, 66. That thing look good, baby. That thing look good. You talking about fine them arms?
Golly,
she got a big trunk.
She could get it. I mean, she couldn't get me, but
super fun.
She could get it from people like her husband. Courtney
Oh,
Vance. Yep, that's what
okay.
she came
My
from.
bad. My bad.
And and yesterday we had Jackie, Harry, sister, Sandra.
All right,
Sandra
right.
Clark
Very
turned
good.
68.
Very good.
Great basketball, great entrepreneur all around. Y'all were just talking about a Magic Johnson turned 65 yesterday.
And they
And
said he was going to be
60
dead at 45. Isn't that crazy?
What you
That's
say?
crazy.
They said he
Magic's
was going to
supposed
be
to.
dead at 45.
Yeah.
If
He's still
you
kicking.
go back to when that whole thing was going down with Magic, at the time we weren't
We
as
were devastated.
I cried.
right, because at that
I'm in my
time
ass.
when you were diagnosed with AIDS, we thought you were gonna die within a couple of weeks.
And
Back
most
when
people did.
that was going on with Magic announcing it.
Yeah, he had a cocktail of drugs and monies or something that him nor Cookie. Because let's talk about it. You was doing it with people, and that's how most women were getting AIDS and passing away, or having the complications, HIV and AIDS, because they were dating men on the down low who would pass it on to them. So yeah, they both we need to figure it out. And I also want to say actress Halle Berry. So we had sexy Halle Berry yesterday at 58, and then tomorrow is Angela Bassett. What was happening in the month before these people were born? I want to know what
That's
month
awesome.
that was.
That's awesome.
You still haven't seen the Deadpool movie, right?
I haven't.
I probably won't.
Oh my gosh, this is probably the best movie they've done since Endgame.
The guys in the barbershop on Tuesday were saying the exact same thing. They're
You won't
head.
The boys don't want to see it?
I think the boys have already seen it.
Oh, okay. Okay. It's phenomenal.
With their friends.
It's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
They loved it too, but yeah, I don't. I'm not into it like you.
Why did you? Is somebody that is someone of them people?
Oh, the reason I brought that up is because Halle Berry played Storm in the X-Men series earlier, and she made a comment on social media saying that Ryan Reynolds never even approached her because they had a bunch of cameos of old superheroes. Like it's after the fact now, so I can talk about it. They had Wesley Snipes in it as Blade.
Oh wow.
Wesley Snipes hadn't played the Blade character in 20-something years. So when he showed up on the screen, everybody was like, whoa! Like it was crazy. And so Halle Berry is saying, dude never even called her to be, to reprise her role as Storm in the movie. It was interesting. Yeah.
Okay, well, guys, I'm gonna put my timer on 8 minutes because y'all was so busy talking about these football players that I didn't get to talk about entertainment. So we're gonna cut my part. I'm feeling like Tree must feel when y'all just be going rogue. Anywho, let's start this party off. Oh, y'all, Usher not coming. Well, he didn't come. And I don't mean like the meat coming. I meant like, right, pause. I didn't mean like the meat. I meant like he didn't show. Wait, he didn't show.
I like it, Ollie. I like it, Ollie. I like it. I like it.
I like it a lot. Get you going. Get you revving. So anyway, Usher sends this tweet, and I'm assuming that's how he told people he wasn't coming. He wasn't going to appear last night at the stadium to sing to the people. My thing is, didn't we just see him singing in Vegas? Everybody and their mama flew out there. We paid all that money, and he's coming back and doing another show. He just did a show in October. Now he's coming back and doing a tour again, but he didn't come. So he didn't show up, appear.
So, wait, why didn't he show up? It was his birthday?
He's sick.
Oh,
he's not, I heard he's sick.
That's what you heard, Ryan? He was sick.
Real quick, Ollie. You're exactly right. My wife has tickets to go to the show Saturday, and my wife flew out to Vegas with some of her and her friends to see him out there in Vegas. And when she mentioned that she was going to the show on Saturday, in my mind, I lost it. Like, what you mean you're going to the Usher show again?
Are y'all doing it? What is up with you and Usher?
But when we talked about it, my face was just like this. Oh, okay, well, y'all go have fun. Y'all go have fun. But inside, I was acting like Tree B in the green room. Right. It was wild.
So I mean, but you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of NBA players and this load management crap. People spend their hard-earned money, they plan in advance, and for the star not to show up is just disrespectful.
We'll find out why for certain later on. But if he's sick or has COVID or something, he can't be out there.
But I didn't get the feeling that it was sick. The way he wrote it, why wouldn't you just say, I'm not feeling well?
Right. If you're sick, you would just say that. Your publicist or whoever would just say, he's not feeling well.
Again, my wife has tickets to the show Saturday, and she mentioned maybe the show might be canceled because Friday's show was canceled. She got some message saying that he was sick. I don't know how true it is. I don't know if she's just lying because she still want to go to Atlanta and she got something going on up there. I have no idea.
We're not saying that. Let's not go there.
I'm just joking. But I know she told me that he was sick. So I'm reporting what she said.
Right. Well, all I can say is I felt bad because that happened with Anita Baker, where everybody had gotten down here and then they canceled the show. People ready to go see you shake your groove thing. So
Lauryn Hill does that twice a month.
Oh yeah. And then this
She's
is
the
not
greatest,
anything
though.
I don't know what happened. Have y'all heard a lot about Erica? And this is not even on my list, but it made me think of artists. Erykah Badu was here the other night, and what was it, Sunday night? And I hadn't heard much of it on my timeline, which is interesting. But I asked somebody who actually went to the show, and they were just like, Erica is I think she got some of whatever Andre 3000 got, like whatever that is. I was like, wow.
Well, she gave it to Andre. She gave it. Andre didn't give it to her. She gave it to Andre. She got that
well,
witch newtie. She got witch newtie.
This is very interesting because last weekend I was in Detroit. I went to a concert. Tony
has done it again.
And guess who didn't show up?
Tony, one of them Tony.
Raphael Sadiq.
What?
They had some dude that was kind of like bootleg Raphael Sadiq singing his parts.
They had a cover Raphael Sadiq?
Yes. And no one announced it or anything like that.
They just said, deal with it. Y'all ain't gonna know. I don't understand what's going on.
People were mad. People were really pissed off because he's the main guy. You know, just talking about the same stuff.
You lucky you got out of the deal alive if something like that happened, man.
Yeah.
That place would usually get burned down back in the day.
Oh,
it was crazy.
Detroit is growing. Well, next up, before you put this picture up, Tree, I just want to ask you all, what do y'all think about public displays of affection? Are you like that with your significant others? Are you in the, public tonguing them down and wiping butts? And
I don't have a problem with it.
Ryan?
Yeah. If it's a meat on meat situation, I wouldn't want to see it in public.
Oh,
no, I'm talking about you and your significant, like you and JP somewhere, like, hey, baby.
Hey, Tree, strike that from the record. My last comment, strike that from the record. JP and I are not. We're not public affectionate public people. Well, I'll give her a peck on the cheek or a kiss her, but I ain't slobbering it down. I mean, I didn't slobber it down when I was dating her in public. That's just not.
You heard these young brothers' new chant, meet the meat.
Meet the meat. I love that chant.
Hey, stay focused.
Take that rubber off. Listen, okay, never mind. Let's go ahead. Let's move forward.
This show will not be aired. Okay.
Shouts out to the Qs.
Anyway, so Tree, if you post a picture, Jaden Smith got him a handful.
She got a fat ass. I mean, good for him.
Man, I'm happy for the young man. He like women.
Good for him.
Good for him.
But this is what I thought. I was like, I thought he was trying to date Tyler the Creator or somebody. Like he was dating some other allegedly had a crush on, and it was all over the place. So when I saw him with a girl, and then he's had a girlfriend since 2022, this young lady who is also an influencer. That's like a job thing now. Same girl. So everybody's like, he must be broke up with the other girl because
I know what's going on here. This is a new Newsy situation. Whenever you got some new Newsy, you be up in that new Newsy phase all the time.
All the time.
This is a new Newsy situation right here.
That's a welcome surprise.
In a month, they won't be acting like this in public.
That's a welcome surprise on this Thursday morning because I've seen him in dresses before. So it's still hope for the young man.
Yeah, he
probably call it a kilt. He probably called it a kilt, but I've seen the dude in a dress before, man.
Yes, I think I don't know
Good
if
for you, young man.
This what I think happened. He was dating this other girl who was an influencer and model, and they broke up. They had been together maybe 2 years or so. Everybody was kind of starting to see them out in public. I guess they broke up. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna show you. You know how y'all dudes do. You go get the biggest bootied girl and then try to make us jealous."
Jaden girl got a big booty, okay, but that's not why I raised my hand. Hey man, a quick question for you. You just mentioned being in the deed in Detroit. You got a job up there or something, man? What's going on in Detroit?
No, I got some business interests up there.
Okay.
Business interests.
There's a lot of building going on in Detroit right now.
Absolutely.
I mean, and
real estate. We're talking real estate. As a matter of fact, you're 100% right.
You can get houses in Southfield, which is a very good area, a decent area, for $5,000 right now. Yeah,
wait a minute.
It's
Is that what we stayed at when we played golf?
No, we didn't stay in Southfield. We should have, but we didn't stay in Southfield.
We didn't? I thought that was Southfield. But yeah, you can get constructed houses for $5,000 in Detroit right now.
Ollie, come back in here, please.
Oh,
come back in here, please.
I'm sorry.
Ollie, we're sorry. Ollie, real quick.
Yeah, I don't want to play with y'all today. It's from top to bottom to top. And I'm sleeping.
Ollie,
look at my notice. Need a nap crew. I'm going to be.
Goodbye. Ollie, real quick.
Yes,
we apologize. We
It's
railroaded
okay.
you.
Y'all
We
miss each
apologize.
other.
But the stories bring on stories. That's all. And
That's right. I
you know, we're
understand.
kind of free and
I want y'all to
happy-go-lucky, and
I want y'all to just move me out when y'all have a good story. Football, all this stuff.
No.
I don't know about just
A
moving
lot
me.
of people in this chat room are here to see you. Trust me. Yeah, they don't care to see us. They'll listen to us, but they're here to see you. We don't need to move you out.
hey,
Well, I just-
everybody that's watching the show right now, hit the like button or the heart button. We should have way more likes and hearts than what I'm showing on the screen right now. I don't know if the people can see this, but
I don't just think it does.
everybody that's in the chat room should hit the like several times if you can.
Right.
Yeah, we don't ask a lot.
We don't.
Ron Lee
lot.
says, I'm sorry, no, I can't read that email. Let me start that one so we can read it later. I don't want to do that to Arlie. I'm sorry.
Read it right now. Let's do it. It's something to talk about. What did Ron Lee say? Because I love Ron. Go ahead.
Wilt played against more Hall of Fame centers than any other player. Look it up.
Look it
I'm
up.
not gonna look
You
it up.
are really misguided to try to belittle Wilt
Wilt-
Chamberlain, man.
I think Wilt and Bill Russell, had they played against Shaq and Olajuwon, would get dominated.
I don't think so. I think they would have roasted him. What are you
They
talking
was
about?
115
Y'all don't
pounds,
understand
130
old
pounds.
school.
They were little guys. They were big but little guys.
It doesn't matter.
I do
And that's-
believe
that's-
Russell.
I don't have a problem with them. I think they're great. I just think that size matters.
It does
Ba, ba,
not
ba.
all the
Size
time.
matters.
Trust me. It'd be people with big stuff that don't know what they're doing either. Just because you big don't mean you better.
That's
Damn.
a pop-up. That's
Wow.
I
Where'd
was
that, where'd that come
okay.
from?
We
Just
were-
We were talking about basketball. What were you talking
And
about?
so am I. Just because they're bigger than him doesn't mean they're better.
Ooh, well played, Ollie. Well played,
I'm
Ollie.
smart. Remember, Doug made
played.
me the valedictorian over this class I was in. So
Okay,
I
it's
gotta be
8:05. Is the music playing? Should we be out of
yeah,
here
we should
doing?
be out.
The
I love
music's
y'all.
not
Everybody
playing.
have a great weekend.
The music's not
Outstanding
playing.
job, Ollie. Thank you very much, Ollie.
But we're gonna go ahead and try to get in the last 5 in the last 48. Not
Ollie can stay while we do that, right?
are we going to
Well,
a break?
Well, if
We
you don't
all
want her
over
to,
the
then we
place
don't
today.
have to. If you don't want her to, we don't have to. You want her gone?
Yeah, he wants her gone.
No.
Get out of here.
You're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart.
So are we doing this now, man? Or are we doing this later? Because if we're going to do it later, when we come back, I too will be gone. So you will need Tree and you will need Arlie and Drea to assist you with that because I got to hit the room.
Okay, Dredd, let's go ahead and let's take it to the next segment. We'll do it in the next segment.
All right.
And you're
Dogs
not
and Poodles. Dogs and Poodles, thank y'all very much for showing up today. We really appreciate y'all. I'll be gone when y'all come back, but I just appreciate y'all pulling up and showing up for the stews, and I look forward to spending some time with y'all if we don't do a pop-up this weekend on Monday morning. Thank you, man. A+ to everybody. God bless y'all. God bless you.
So when we get back, the last 48, the last 5 stories from the last 48 hours, and we'll have Arlie on. Hopefully we can have Nadia on at the same time to discuss since you're going.
Well,
Don't
you gotta
go away.
have Nadi because Nadi's got a funky voice. So you gotta have Nadi.
Oh, we definitely got Nadia's in the yeah.
And
go
Ollie,
away.
I'm gonna give you a homework assignment real quick. I'm sorry. Please remind people that God is good at the end of the show, okay? Because I won't be
And
here.
God is good, and all he's trying to do is show you love.
All right, however you want to say it.
Something
Thank
like
you,
that.
guys. Sorry, Doug. Peace, y'all.
Okay. All right, don't go away. Two Live Stews.
Hey, man, listen. The word on the street is real. SouthernEdgeBeverageCO.com. Everybody's talking about it, Doug.
Yeah, salted flavored caramel whiskey, sweet tea flavored vodka. Everybody and their mama. Chub Rock, Jerry Stackhouse, all the Stewies, the dogs and the poodles, and this dude too.
Dana Dane with fame. Dana Dane with fame. And look what I got. That Southern Edge. Southern Edge. Woo, baby. That's right. That caramel salted flavor, baby, is all you need in your life. This whiskey is fire. Take it from the great one. Southern Edge. Southern Edge. Southern Edge. Full circle.
You heard the man, and you know who that is. The great Dana Dane with fame, showing love to the good folks from Southern Edge Beverage Company. Now, Doug, he mentioned the salted caramel. Don't forget about the sweet tea vodka. Don't forget about the passion berry tequila. And don't forget about the S.E. Limon tequila, too.
Yeah, nightmares of the night. That guy, y'all don't know. If you under 50, you won't get that. But shouts out to the great Dana Dane with fame, sir. Everybody and their mama is talking about Southern Edge.
I'm very proud, man. You can find more information about Southern Edge at www.southernedgebeverageco.com. But like Doug said, everybody's talking about it.
like to keep it on the edge so we max out.
All right. Welcome back to the show. Doug, Stewart, Ryan, Stewart, Two Live Stews, the Two Live Stews experience. Got this full screen now. So we got Nadi's Funky Four coming up a little bit later. Or are we going to do that now, Dre? We're going to do it. We're going to do it later. Okay. So what we do want to get to is the last 5 in the last 48. These are the 5, and bring Arlie up to share this with me. These are the last 5 biggest stories from the last 48 hours in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group. All right. Thank you for everybody that have hit the like button.
Wait. We got to do the Funky Four first.
Oh, we do.
That's
okay.
just the way. That's the way I got it set up. So then
Okay.
we'll bring Arlie in for the final 48.
Okay. All right. So my man Naughty Dread is now running the show, producing the show. Tree had to dip out. Ryan had to dip out. So the last or the Funky Four are 4 stories in the world of sports, entertainment, pop culture that we missed or we feel like we should talk about. And Naughty's gonna bring it to the table.
Right. Well, you kind of stole a little bit of my thunder earlier with the Matt Judon story, but yeah, the Falcons did pick up a guy who 2 years ago, 21 and 22, he averaged 14 sacks a season. Now last year he kind of had a little injury issue, so he only had 6.5. But the Patriots didn't want to pay him. According to the over the cap, New England has $45 million available in cap space. They paid Kyle Duggar, the safety. They paid Jabril Peppers. They paid the running back, Ramondre Stevenson. They paid defensive lineman Christian Barmore. They paid the offensive tackle. But for some reason, they didn't want to pay Matt Judon, a former defensive player of the year.
So in this situation, there's 2 things. The answer is 2 things, 1 or 2 things. 1, they got some type of internal problem with him. He talks too much. He's a locker room lawyer. Something they don't like about him being on the team, just his personality. Or 2, they got somebody in the wing, in the waiting, that they think can do just as much as him or better. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
the second stringer or the third stringer, they feel like that this guy isn't worth the money we'd have to pay him because we got somebody else in the waiting that's younger that we think can do the same thing or more. It's one of them 2 reasons.
Correct. And the Falcons made this move just a couple of days after they lost Ricky Edge, Braylon Trice. He was placed on IR. So now you got Judon, you got Grady Jarrett, you got Jesse Bates, you got AJ Terrell. So they have a stud defensive player at just about every level. So if Raheem Morris does what he's supposedly do as a defensive genius, along with all the weapons that they have on offense, the Falcons could be a contender this year.
Nadi, you Atlanta born, Atlanta bred. When you die, you be Atlanta dead, to quote the great Ryan Cameron. What are your thoughts about Cousins? Like, do you think Cousins going to be that guy for us this year or no?
Well, I think Cousins is one of the top, 15 quarterbacks in the league. He's a professional. I believe he'll get the Falcons to the playoff, which is why they had to draft Penix, because they're never going to draft that low again with Kirk Cousins as the quarterback. But, I just don't believe in Kirk Cousins going forward after you make the playoffs. So,
right, exactly. All right, good stuff. What's your next story?
Yeah, next we got John Harbaugh. Supposedly he wants to hire Colin Kaepernick to be a coach with the San Diego Chargers, but Kaepernick still wants to play. So,
hey man, when the last time Colin Kaepernick played football? 7 years?
7 years. Yeah, but he says he did an interview recently with Skybox, I believe, and he says he still wants to play. He's still working out. He's in great shape. And so Harbaugh actually offered him a coaching gig earlier this year, and Kaepernick was supposed to consider it and get back to Harbaugh about it, but he hasn't gotten back to Harbaugh because he still wants to play football.
I mean, forget the whole political aspect of it. Does Colin Kaepernick not understand it doesn't work like that?
Well,
you be out of the league for 2 years, you're never going to play again because they got somebody younger that they're going to bring in to fill that spot. So is
I
he
understand
delusional?
Well, I think when you see a guy like Sam Darnold getting an opportunity to start in Minnesota, you believe you got a shot.
True story. True story.
Nick, Sam Darnold.
Right. True story. Okay, that's it. You're exactly right.
Right. Staying in football, man. You got Anthony Richards says that he would beat LeBron James in the slam dunk contest. This is a quarterback who hurt his knee last year for the Colts and was out for the season. But he believes that he can beat LeBron in a slam dunk contest.
I think it was a shoulder, if I'm not correct. Was it a shoulder?
Yeah,
right?
it was a shoulder. It was a shoulder.
This kid is a great athlete, and maybe he can dunk. Maybe he's one of them dudes at the playground on the weekend that's dunking from the side, windmilling and all that stuff, but he can't beat LeBron James in no dunk contest.
One thing about having a professional quarterback, your athleticism isn't really necessary. What's necessary is good decision making.
Right.
Being able to think. This makes me question his decision making. If you believe that you can beat LeBron in a slam dunk contest,
right
now I got questions about whether or not you could be a good quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, you're right. That does talk about his intelligence. Or maybe it talks about his confidence. He believes in himself. You should believe in yourself.
You know, one of the most overhyped quarterbacks as far as confidence goes is Jameis Winston. And because of his decision making coming out of Florida State, I said this guy will never be a good quarterback in the NFL. And it's proven me right. You have to be a good decision maker and make good decisions fast to be a top NFL quarterback. So I don't know. Now I question Anthony Richards. I'm need to see it.
Okay. All right. We got one more in the Funky Four.
Last but not least tonight, it's the return of the WNBA.
Yeah.
The season starts back. You got Angel Reese is going to be playing tonight against the Mercury. What are you looking forward to in the second half of this WNBA season?
I'm looking forward to more Angel Reese and more Caitlin Clark. I mean, which everybody is. I guess.
I mean, you think both of these teams are gonna have enough to get into their teams to the playoffs?
No, I don't think. You know what? I want to take that back. I think Caitlin Clark, they're gonna find a way for the Fever to make the playoffs because of the whole money aspect. Kind of like the same thing we were talking about with the Olympics. Why shouldn't they? They should have had Caitlin Clark because it was going to mean more viewership. The refs going to subconsciously give some calls to the Fever. They might slip into playoffs. We'll see. It doesn't look like Angel Reese in the Sky are from where they're at, or are they? No, they're a little bit ahead of the Fever right now. So we'll see, man. I'm actually interested to see them get back on the floor. It's been a great story, women's basketball this year.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I look forward to the season. I mean, they're going to kind of clash into this football season. That's my only concern.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
Like, are they going to lose? Are they going to lose viewers?
Delete everything I just said. It's a wrap.
You don't think Caitlin Clark can stand up to the NFL?
Hell no, and college football. There's only one night in the week they're not playing football. Am I correct? I think Wednesday they're not playing on Tuesday or Wednesday.
They're playing football. They're playing football every day.
Every day.
They playing Monday. They playing Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
They play Wednesday,
Saturday. Sunday.
I know they play Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They have Wednesday games this year?
They got a couple Wednesday games this year.
Their rating's going to drop 80%. Nobody's going to watch the WNBA when the Giants are playing the Falcons or the Giants are playing the Chiefs. Nobody's going to watch women's basketball. No disrespect to them. It was a good ride. It was a good ride. But when football season comes, it's over. It's over.
Well, that's what's up, man. That was the Funky Four for today. Hope y'all enjoyed that. And I guess we can get ready for this Funky Four you was so highly anticipating.
This last 5 in the last 48. We got a bunch of funkies, 4s and 5s and 48s, but it's all good. And you're watching the Two Live Stews experience. All right, so go ahead. Can you drop the slide while you're still up on the screen?
Yeah. Which one?
Bring Arlie back up. Anyone you want.
Let's bring up Arlie. All right, here we go. Oh man, I remember this.
This was the best school lunch. Nobody can change my mind. I think they called this Fiesta Pizza. Do y'all remember this bomb ass pizza back in the day in school?
Why don't they make that anymore? Do the kids still get that pizza?
I hope not.
Right. Now that pizza probably was about 8,000 calories, but it was the best meal at lunch for school ever.
That was the same
best sauce.
That was the same pizza they served us in jail when we had good behavior. The same pizza.
What?
Yeah. That's jail pizza. I didn't realize that until I got locked up. I was like, oh, this is the same pizza we had in school. This is great. This is what we get for good behavior.
Wait. The show has just made a turn. A drastic turn. So we find out just in conversation that you've been shot. And now we find out you did a bid? How long were you in there for? You don't mind telling us why?
He said a few.
Yeah, I did a few bids. They were all short though. They were all like 2 months. You know,
do you mind sharing what it was concerning? Or no?
But most of the time I went down because I didn't want to tell on nobody else. I've never been a snitch, so I just sit down for a minute and everything work itself out. Then I'll be back out on the street.
What's the guy name right now testifying against the rapper? No, the funny guy that always act like he don't know what they're talking about in his testimony. I can't remember.
I don't know this guy.
But somebody will post it in the chat group.
And because Naughty is not a snitch, he don't know this guy.
Wow.
Right. I don't know this guy. We don't associate with those guys.
We don't associate with that guy. We don't know him.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Funny.
All right. Go ahead. Next slide. You're watching Two Live Stews Experience.
Easiest one. Okay.
This is something that I posted. Easiest one ever. I've never seen one episode of the show with Urkel. By Urkel. What say you? So you got 4 shows here. You got the Jamie Foxx show. Martin. Clearly, that's not going anywhere.
Right.
You got the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And then you got this show, which once again, I've never seen an episode. It's called Family Matters, right?
Yeah, Family Matters is great.
Yeah. So which one's got to go for you? If you got to get rid of one of these shows, which one is going for you?
Jamie Foxx's show is gonna go for me.
Oh yeah. What about you, Ollie?
I might be taking away Jamie Foxx's show too. I watched a few episodes, but it wasn't like, I gotta watch.
I think Jamie Foxx's show was underrated. I love that show. It was very good, I thought.
No, it was really good. But when you can't take Martin off and you can't take the Fresh Prince off, then you go and you look at Steve Urkel was a legend back then. That was TGI Fridays. that made everything. Carl Winslow.
I never got
take off Family Matters.
Never saw an episode. Yeah. Okay. All right. There you go. That one got a couple. I'm not gonna say a couple hundred, but it got a lot of input from the listeners, the dogs and the poodles. All right. Next one, Nadi. You're throwing a comedy party. Ooh. Give me your top 3. Give me your top 3. Ooh, you got some legends here. I mean, you got all of the legends basically. These are probably the top 12 black comedians. They don't have Red Fox. I think I would probably try to slip Red Fox in there somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
I would take out Kevin Hart and put Red Fox.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm taking out Kevin Hart. I'm taking out Cedric the Entertainer. And I'm taking out.
You only get 3.
Jesus.
You got to take 3 of these guys.
Oh, these are you're taking. I was throwing people out, kind of like the last
throwing
line.
a party. Give me your 3 that you gonna throw the party with.
Give me Eddie Murphy.
I'm with you on that one.
Give me Dave Chappelle. Give me Dave Chappelle.
I'm with you that one.
And give me Bernie Mac.
I'm taking 1, 6, and 7. That would be Richard Pryor, Dave Chappelle, and Eddie Murphy, especially back when he was doing his Raw and his Delirious. That one.
Everybody talks about Richard Pryor. I just, for some reason, I don't find Richard Pryor as funny as people make him out to be.
Right. I would have took
what
Eddie,
about you, Nadi?
On that list, I take Eddie, Chris Rock, and Dave Chappelle.
Chris Rock, okay, he's an honorable mention for me.
Yeah,
but
he's
Chappelle,
great.
Chappelle and Murphy are definitely in, and the third one is very questionable.
The one that I wish they would have had on the list. My favorite comedian all time outside of Chappelle would be Paul Mooney. If they would have had Paul Mooney on that list, he knocked Eddie off for me.
Right. Okay. All right. That's a good one. That got a lot of conversation as well. You're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Thank you for joining, boys. Next one, Nadi. All right, so this is from Gary Jason Lewis, very, very controversial guy in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group. You see him as a top contributor. Should teachers wear body cams like police so parents can see how their children act in class? If so, why? If not, why? Now,
let me say that's a great idea.
I think it's a phenomenal idea. And a lot of people, and maybe Nadi, you can give a different opinion. A lot of people in the group commented that that's invading privacy too much. What? You're in a public school. These children acting crazy in there. We'll show you your children is acting crazy in here.
Yeah, but they don't have to wear body cams. You could just put cameras in the classroom and let parents log in on the internet and watch what's going on in the classroom right from home.
It's almost like the speed gun in baseball. They're talking about using, or not the speed gun, but video evidence for balls and strikes. Like, why wouldn't you have the technology? Why wouldn't you use it? I think it's an excellent idea.
I never thought about it, but in considering how, people want to talk about invasion of privacy, when they're babysitting kids, or when you're at those nursery schools, they have that capability now where you can look in on the kids and see what's going on. It holds everybody accountable. So if you want to act a monkey in my class, guess what? Your mama need to see you acting a monkey. And if the teacher getting out of pocket, now we can see that too. So everybody can just act like they got sense.
It's both ways.
Right.
It's, for the body cams for the police and comparing it to the police. The body cam for the police is for the police safety, they always say, and for the person that they're arresting or whatever the case may be. Yeah.
Right. And for those people in the chat who were like, well, it's invading privacy. Your child is in their video recording everything that's going on during the day. That's an invasion. I didn't ask to be on your phone to be recording. So
I love that idea. Good one, Jason.
Right.
Yes.
Any more? We got any more? How many more we got?
We got one more.
Ooh, what kids drink today? What we drink as kids.
Ooh, let me tell you that Mad Dog.
What's your experience with that Mad Dog 2020? Do you have an experience with the Mad Dog 2020? Go ahead, Ollie.
We figured out, when you're in college, you're kind of poor. And
not kinda.
Yeah, you'd be looking for, we were drinking Thunderbird and Coke. We had mixed some things, and we used to do Mad Dog with cranberry lemonade. We go to the little A&P over there by Xavier, and then we mix it, thinking we making mixed drinks and stuff. A friend of mine he called it liquid crack. That stuff, if you drink it the wrong, without the mix or on an empty stomach.
So late 80s, early 90s, the go-to liquor for college students at an HBCU was Mad Dog 2020 or Thunderbird.
Thunderbird and Coke.
Absolutely. That was the go-to. If you're talking beer, you're talking Mickey's with the big mouth. The big mouth, they called it. The liquor store in Orangeburg, South Carolina, the home of South Carolina State University, was called Kick Booty. You ask anybody, that's what the name was in the front. Kick Booty.
I thought we were struggling. I thought we were struggling. Y'all, we ain't go that low. We had Irk and Jerk, E&J. We had that Paul. Paul Masson. And if we were really hurting, and we were really hurting, we might go with some Christian Brothers. But
Christian Brothers, that's old school
that was
too.
for when I came back, left college and came back to the hood, they was on that MD 2020. I was like, that's beneath me.
Right. Yeah, I drank a whole 40 of OE. Old Gold one time, and I tasted it in my throat for like weeks, and that was the last time I drank malt liquor. I was probably a junior in college, and horrible experience, horrible stuff. All right, next slide. And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
That was the last of the first 48.
That was okay. Great. That was good stuff.
You know what? I didn't see whether or not you did this one.
No, we didn't. I'm glad you brought that up. So Topps has a special Olympic card Very unique with Steph, LeBron, and KD. That's a nice looking card right there.
Yes.
As someone that has literally thousands, and I always forget about it because they're in storage, I probably got about 20,000 baseball collector's cards, not just baseball, but all sports. And that's a nice looking card right there. That's going to garner some money someday. They got the signatures on it. That's legit. That's a tight looking card right there. Do you ever collected cards, Naughty, growing up?
Oh yeah, I used to collect baseball cards coming up. I had a whole bunch of them. Just a whole bunch of them. Thing is, once we got into the steroid era and things like that, a lot of the value of those baseball cards, went down. I even called up a collector, people that trade cards and collect cards. They said if your cards ain't before 1960, don't even bring them in. Don't have value. So a lot of these cards may eventually one day have value, but they'll be valuable to the grandkids. People like that. They won't be value for me. I'll never be able to profit on the baseball. And I got some pretty good ones. I got some old ones from the 80s, but I don't have many from the 60s.
Yeah, I got a ton from the 80s. I got one of my prized possessions is I got a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card.
Oh, cool.
Right.
And you that was the hot card to get when it first came out because everybody knew Griffey was going to be that dude. And he way outlived, his what they thought he was going to be, way bigger than what you thought this guy was going to be. Griffey Jr. was basically kind of like LeBron. He was kind of like LeBron of baseball, where he had all these high expectations coming into the league, and could he live up to them? Not only did these two guys live up to the expectation, they surpassed them. Right. This is
right. And I even put A-Rod on that level. I got an A-Rod prospect card and a Manny Ramirez prospect card, and those guys became, different with A-Rod, became all-time great.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, let's get a real quick break. When we come back, I'm going to spend a little bit extra time today. I got a little bit extra time today, and I'm going to read through a bunch of chat messages, all right? Thank you, Arlie. Thank you, Naughty. Don't go away. Bonus stew coming up. Don't go away. 2 Live Stews. Yeah.
The best of the 2 Live Stews experience.
We got a new stews poll coming out. We're going to have it posted tonight. And the 4 options are Kirk Cousins, yes. Justin Fields, no. Or Kirk Cousins, no. Justin Fields, yes.
You shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to put a story out there that is not true.
Kirk Cousins, yes. Justin Fields, yes. Or Kirk Cousins, no. Justin Fields, no.
You just started talking about our debate that started us on radio was the effectiveness of the option, idiot. It was the effectiveness of the option in the NFL.
You call your brother idiot? I never call you
an
idiot.
Dummy. I'm calling him a dummy. And then you tried to railroad me just now. What you did is hijack the show. I'm done.
You call your brother a dummy? You call your brother an idiot and a dummy? I raise you. There you can go. Hey, we'll see y'all when? Monday? I got to go make the donuts. Bye.
We'll see y'all Monday.
I know a lot of times it sounds like we're bragging, but we got to tell y'all because y'all will forget. I'm serious. Sometimes we got to tell y'all. We got to say it out loud because y'all will forget. And y'all will give credit to somebody else when that's not the case. Just like I said, in 30 years, Eminem's going to have created hip-hop. No. All these shows you see right now, they all came from us. They did. I don't care which one you name. Drink Kings, the little show with Steven Jackson and whatever the case be. Any show you see where it's 2 brothers talking shit on the radio, okay? Joning, having fun, talking about sports and whatever. It started with us. I just need to remind you, 2001. If you can show me video or pictorial evidence of somebody doing this genre of radio or entertainment before October of 2001, then I'll talk to you. But you're not going to be able to find it.
The best of the Two Live Stews experience.
Yeah. Welcome back to the show. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. So if you're new to the show and you're trying to figure out what was going on in that little promo just now, me talking about we got to remind y'all ninjas, man. Hey, Arlie.
Let them know.
We got to remind you, man. I see all of these shows, man, and they're so successful, but the basically the I'm drawing a blank in the word I'm trying to use. The template, the blueprint of what they're doing is two brothers having barbershop talk.
Yep.
And when I tell you we used the phrase barbershop talk in 2001 before we pitched the idea to the great Matt Edgar, who was the program director at the now defunct 790 The Zone here in Atlanta. When we pitched the idea, we was like, it's like barbershop talk. You know, it's brothers in the barbershop. You just have to go to the barbershop to understand what we're talking about, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I like that guy. He talked like this. I like that. That's a great idea. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to so and so and so, and I'll get back with you guys. And the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
I want to read some of these messages with Arlie. Ryan is gone. He had some things to do. Tree had to dip out as well. So we're going to read, and we really appreciate y'all's input with the show, the Two Live Stews and the chat room. Thank you very much. Make sure you join the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group. We'd appreciate that as well. We got like right at 40,000 people in there. So it's literally hundreds of posts every single day about whatever's going on in the world of sports, entertainment, and beyond. Jason Hill, Kobe should be in front of half those dudes. Talking about the list that we had earlier.
You have the top 10 NBA list. That was a hard list to try to figure out, though. Oh,
yeah.
So many greats. How do you move people around?
I mentioned that Kobe should have definitely been higher. And there's a couple people that on that list that aren't a better basketball player than Kobe Bryant was. God rest his soul. Usher said, tired of dancing around for ninjas. In your story you talked about earlier.
Yep.
Rel Scott, I think Dwight Howard took Noah's dude back in the day. He's still bitter. Oh, so now you're insinuating that Noah
get some get back
is likes dudes. From Julius 35C, the way Noah Lyles said that, world champion of what? That was just hate. Now I can understand people saying that it's hate and him talking about the NBA players or the championship that the NBA players play for is not world, meaning that you're the best in the world. But the way he said it, there was a little animosity in his voice. I get that.
No,
yeah,
it was very mean spirited. It wasn't like, oh, it could have been much, but like, world
what?
Don't understand. It's like, what? Y'all stupid. Everybody in this room stupid. That's how he said it.
It did sound like it's a vendetta, like somebody did steal his gal, though. Now that I think about it, it does sound like that. It did sound like that.
And it's probably like, how if you're really good at baseball, you don't get the same job. Like if you're in high school, so you want to go play football or basketball because all the girls are going to come to those games. They're not coming to the track meet. They're not coming to the baseball game. So maybe that's where the hate is coming from. Like, y'all want to watch them dudes dribble up and down the court. They ain't even world athletes. We bringing the best of the best everywhere. Nobody's coming out there hot outside.
Yeah, you're exactly right. From Adrian Williams, those helmets look like a big wasp nest. I just thought of the name just now. I was trying to remember earlier what those helmets look like. Google the Great Kazoo. Google the Great Kazoo, and Kazoo was a character on the Flintstones, I believe. I believe he was a character on the Flintstones, but anyway, it was a little green, like Martian alien thing, and he had a big ass helmet with some antennas sticking out, and I believe it was on the Flintstones, but that's how those helmets look. It doesn't look good. Aesthetically, it doesn't look good. And I think that this is a setup. Remember, I said this.
Probably right. Remember this day.
It's probably a setup because these guys aren't going to wear it, and the NFL is going to say, "Hell, we tried to make it safer, but y'all didn't want to. So what? You can't blame us."
Yep. That's what's going to happen. You are absolutely right. They're always looking for reason. That wasn't our fault. That was your fault. We gave you. I don't want to say what it looks like to me because it's going to insult some people. It's inappropriate.
Go ahead, say it.
You know them little helmets they wear, the special needs children that they have to wear? That's what it looks like, one of them little special needs helmets when their heads are doing something,
Ollie,
they're trying to put it back in.
You should have insisted that you weren't going to say it. You should have insisted that.
I should have fought harder for that. No, I will not say it.
You gave it too easy to say that.
I told you, I said I need a nap crew. I don't even have the capacity right now to be like, I'm fighting. Just like, okay, I'll say it. She'll cut it out.
From Julius 35C, Kaepernick better worry about playing in the CFL because the NFL not bring you back, and after they cut you a check. Right. Allegedly, he got a big settlement from the NFL.
Oh, really?
To shut up about the whole,
how they blackballed him.
Yeah.
He took him to court. He and one other, I can't think of the other, I want to say he was not a running back, linebacker, but I can't think of his name. He was one of the only ones that stood with him through the whole thing.
Wow.
He probably got paid too. Eric, I think is his name.
From Uncle Mike, I believe him. LeBron is 6'9", but he don't have that lift anymore. Talking about Anthony Richardson, quarterback for the Colts, saying he could beat him in a slam dunk contest. Okay. That's one. I'm gonna say it, and it's not hating. My brother would say I'm hating.
He gonna say you hating.
One blemish on LeBron's resume is he never ever competed in a slam dunk contest. He never competed in a slam. The greatest players of all time competed in the slam dunk contest. It was a pride thing.
It was
Kobe, Dr. J, Jordan, Dominique, and LeBron has never competed in the slam dunk contest.
I didn't realize
I think he missed an opportunity with that. Let me just say it like that. Very politically correct.
Does he slam? Like, is that his?
Yes.
Okay.
He's a great slam dunker, but I guess he didn't want to risk not winning. Some people are very vain like that. They don't want to be in a position where they could lose. They don't want to compete. And that kind of says something about LeBron and his legacy. It's kind of the same conversation. Oh, boy, Ryan Stewart going
to get you when he hear this.
It's kind of the same conversation when you talk about LeBron, that he is the person that came up with and started as a trend this stacking teams. And playing with other superstars and getting traded, or not traded, but leaving as a free agent to go play with other superstars. This big three thing that they're doing right now. He was always stacking the deck. He wanted to put himself in position where he didn't lose, which I understand that. You want to put yourself in the best position not to lose. Here come Nadi.
Fact checker.
No, it's just not.
Hold on. He wanted to put himself in position where he could win, okay?
Correct.
And not have to compete like players back in the day who didn't have that opportunity to leave and go play with other teams and other players. LeBron always kind of like stacked the deck.
That's farce.
Okay.
That's not true.
Nadi. Go ahead.
The truth is, all the great NBA teams from when was coming up way before LeBron, they had stacked teams. We talking about the Showtime Lakers. They were stacked. The Boston Celtics, they were stacked. But the Detroit Pistons, they were stacked. Philadelphia 76ers, they were stacked.
We can do a whole show on this. Trust me when I tell you.
We might need to.
When I tell you, you're not going to win this debate or with me on this, okay? The difference between those teams you just talked about, what LeBron did, is those teams, the players on those teams were drafted or they were traded. None of those situations, those teams that you just talked about, was a situation where a free agent, a big name free agent, still in his prime, left to go play with another superstar in the same category.
Let's stick with the facts. The difference between those teams and what makes LeBron great is because ownership put those teams together, where LeBron took the power away from the owners and put the power in the players' hands. He allowed the players to determine whether or not. That's
fine and great.
Because you had a lot of great players like Charles Barkley who couldn't determine. You had to ride or whatever somebody else picked for you to do.
Okay,
LeBron changed that.
This is a whole conversation. Two things. People will bring up Charles Barkley playing for the Houston Rockets or whatever the case may be. When Barkley did that, and when the other veteran, legendary, old school players did that type of thing when they went to another team, it was at the end of their career. They were ring chasing. Okay?
Right.
Okay, they were ring chasing. The second thing about that whole situation is All of the legendary players that you can come up with, that you can name, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, they all have said they would never have done this thing that LeBron started in the NBA. If they had the opportunity to go as a free agent and play with somebody else, they wouldn't, because you know why? They were competitors. They wanted to beat the other teams. They didn't want to join the other teams.
You know who didn't say that? You know, you got a lot of old haters, but you know who didn't say that? Dominique Wilkins. If Dominique Wilkins could have got out of Atlanta and went and played with some real players, Dominique Wilkins would be looked at as one of the top 10 basketball players ever to play, because he would have the validation of championship rings. But he had to sit in Atlanta and hope that these owners in Atlanta who didn't know what they was doing was going to put real players around him, other Hall of Famers, so he could win. LeBron said, I'm not doing that, because in Cleveland, they're not putting these players around me. I'm going to determine.
It just goes back to the point I was making. LeBron James stacked his teams throughout his career. He started that. And I'm not talking about trades. I'm talking about as a free agent. Okay? There's a lot of little different points about the conversation, and we've had this hundreds of times, literally, and I hate that we spent this much time on it. We could actually do a whole show on this, because you have to tell the whole story about the free agency,
let's tell the whole
about
story.
what point they are in their career. Like Elijah Wan played for Toronto. But no one said anything about that because he was at the end of his career.
Yeah, he wasn't a shell of himself in Toronto.
We're talking about guys in their prime.
Toronto up.
Right. We're talking about guys in their prime. Okay.
Look, LeBron James
going from one team to another to play with other superstars as a free agent.
LeBron James took the worst team I've ever seen to the NBA Finals when his second best player was J.R. Smith. The very next year he left, and the Cleveland Cavaliers got the first pick in the draft.
I'll just say this, and I can get back to the chat. I can read about 15 minutes more. Once again, I'm not sure that Dominique hadn't said it as well. He may have said this. I'm going to do a Google search after the show. I have seen video with Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Isaiah Thomas, Dr. J, and Michael Jordan have said they would never do what LeBron pulled when he went down to Miami. They would have never done that. You know why? Because they wanted to beat their competitors. They didn't want to join them. That was their mindset. And I know a lot of people mad because we got some LeBron sexuals in the group and listening to the show right now.
I just think
that's the real deal. That's the argument when people talk about what LeBron did was pretty lame. He's a great player. He's a phenomenal player. Maybe top 3 or 4. But forever he's going to have that on his resume that he started this whole big 3 thing.
So is it y'all's?
Oh, here we go. Here comes
I can't let you slide with this, because the truth is Boston had just put together a big 3 with KG, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. LeBron
they were traded.
Had to
they were traded. Those players were traded.
Yeah, once again, ownership was decided to make a move.
But that's a different argument, Nadi. The point is they were traded. They were traded.
LeBron was a free agent. He got signed by a team. He didn't put Miami Heat together. Pat Riley put the Miami Heat together. LeBron just went to be a participant with the Miami Heat. That's the facts. He didn't put no team together. He's never had a general manager position in his career.
Hey, Nadi, man, I know you love the guy, man. I know. I can hear it in your voice, man. Don't take this personal, man.
I'm an objective basketball historian. I just understand how these things work. What LeBron did was the best thing that's ever happened to basketball.
Oh, it was the worst thing that's ever happened to basketball.
No, it's the best thing.
It was the absolute worst thing that's ever happened to basketball.
I don't understand how putting the power in the people's hands is better. No, it's not better than the owners.
That's good for him personally. And his career,
all black people.
We're speaking from a standpoint of. I'm speaking from a standpoint of a fan, and from a fan standpoint, stacking teams as a free agent and going to play with your boys are horrible.
Fans are they always let them white folk off the hook. That's what the problem with fans. What does that have to do with
white folk? We're talking about competition.
Because the owners are
white fans.
Right.
That's
ownership versus the players.
That's part of a conversation, but that's another conversation.
We're gonna have to have a pop-up show about this. The
pop-up show is warranted.
I totally disagree with your whole stand around this.
That's fine.
This is what makes LeBron the greatest of all time.
Just forget everything I just said in the last 10 minutes. Just understand this. Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, Dr. J, Michael Jordan have all said they would never have done what LeBron did when he went to Miami.
But just because they wouldn't do it don't mean it ain't a good thing.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just telling you it's
You
lame.
always
I'm just
got
telling you the
old
act
heads
was
that's gonna hate.
lame, and
You know,
he started a trend
Right.
where everybody wants to do that now. Go play with their boy.
Right. Once LeBron passed all them up, they got salty. Oh, I would never do it. He did. You didn't have the nuts. You didn't have the power to do what LeBron did. That's why. So just sit back in your old rocking chair and watch a great be a great. That's why LeBron is the greatest of all time, because of what he did on the court to go along with off the court. He changed the landscape of the NBA to the point where he got his son drafted to his team. It's never been done before.
Hey, I like LeBron. He's a great player.
And he's not my favorite player, but I got to give credit where credit is due.
I hear you, man, Noddy. Thanks, Noddy.
Back to reading the chat.
Thanks, Noddy. When I tell you,
it's a pop-up show coming.
You remember in Living Color, Miss Jenkins?
Yeah.
Don't nobody better say nothing about LeBron. Don't nobody better say anything about Miss Jenkins.
No, well, I just think that there is a lot of LeBron hate happening in this world.
That's not hate. I'm just
That's
stating
true. I'm just saying in
variables.
general, there are people, he flops too much. He this, he that. The dude is playing like anybody else plays, just better.
All right. Yeah, that's a whole pop-up show right there. Black Diamond, Bernie, Cat, and Richard. Why is Kevin Hart on here? I don't know. I mean, Kevin Hart is funny, but it's very limited funny.
I think he's on there because and that's what I say, it's his box office success. He was given an opportunity, and they just,
Cat Williams swears that Kevin Hart is an industry plant. He swears because if you think about it, what he's saying actually makes sense. Like Kevin Hart, no one ever saw him do stand-up. No one ever saw him on any other show.
That Black Plane.
And then he got his own movie. He starred in his own movie, even though the movie was by most standards, crappy. But the Soul Plane movie, he starred in the movie and no one ever heard of him. Like, it usually doesn't work like that.
It does not. Ask me how I know.
No one, and you should know this more so than anybody else. You just don't show up in Hollywood and get cast as the main character in a movie in a month.
And you have
very strange.
Like, you get to go back to when you watch movies now, you go back and see them like an old movie. Oh my God, that's so-and-so when she first started out. Right. It's usually that like stuff you didn't even recognize, and you can go back and pull their old, but I don't remember him from anything.
From Rel Scott. Those parents know dog or dag on well. Oh, dag on well. He's using some those parents know daggone well their kids are a menace. They don't want to see the truth. Talking about the cameras in the classroom.
Yep.
Absolutely. They don't want to see the truth. They don't want to be embarrassed that their kid been talking about this, how bad they're being treated or all the things that they can't do. And then they're acting a fool.
Acting a plum monkey.
Let's see. From Uncle Mike, we used to pour out half of our high C and fill it with vodka in junior high school. Well, I mean, yeah, junior high, that's a little bit early. Y'all was definitely on the wrong path. So, Arlie, I'm sure you know about the great omega oil.
I love some oil.
So basically, no, I'm not gonna give her. I think that might
get
be
a recipe.
I think that might be a frat secret to give out the recipe to omega oil. But we have, the purple oil with much alcohol, and a lot of fruit in it. And the fruit gets you drunk faster than anything else.
Y'all have an omega sangria.
Omega sangria. I like that. They stole our concept.
They did.
From Rel Scott, and you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Ollie World joining me right now. Ryan had the dip. Tree had the dip. From Rel Scott, man, my uncle had us drinking Cuddy Sark in '78. Never heard of Cuddy Sark in Philadelphia. From Corey Robinson, long live Kick Booty. Sad day when Kick Booty burned down. Was at a band practice. Yeah, allegedly. Word on the street. The legendary Kick Booty burned down because they burned it down for the insurance money.
I'm just trying to figure out how they came up with the name. When you go in there, whatever you buy is gonna kick your booty, I guess.
Listen, let me say this. There's two things. What is your school known for? We could do a whole show on this. What is your school known for? And I'm talking HBCUs right now, okay? What is your HBCU known for? There's two things that if you went to South Carolina State from the late 90s, or let's just say 2000 on back for the last 30 years. There's two things that anybody that attended South Carolina State University can tell you that are a constant. If you don't know these two things, you didn't go to South Carolina State.
Okay.
Number one is kick booty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Legendary. Kick booty. Like, I was there for a couple of weeks, and I kept hearing them talk about kick booty. What is kick booty? You know, in passing. What the hell is kick booty? And the second thing, and it's going to bring a smile to people's faces that's watching this show that went to South Carolina State, the great Eddie Moe.
What does that even mean?
So Eddie Moe was this guy. He was kind of challenged. Let's put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a great word, Dougie. He was kind of challenged, okay? And he was basically the mascot for the school. And he didn't work. You know, he was kind of like, I don't want to say he was homeless because I think he did have someplace that he lived. And he used to be on campus every day and dancing. I'm actually going to pull down a video of the great Eddie Moe, and I'm going to try to remember and bring it to the show. And Eddie Moe used to dance, and we had this little chant for him. We wanted him to start dancing. Eddie, 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 Eddie Moe. And then he just started dancing. He just started dancing.
To his own beat.
To our beat, the Eddie Moe song. He had his own song. Now, tragically, he died a couple years ago. Got hit by a car. It's crazy.
What?
But I'm telling you, Eddie Moe is a South Carolina State legend.
Was he like y'all's age and just there? Or he was an older
No,
man?
he was probably, so I'm 50. He was probably 60. He was probably 10 years older than me. Maybe even 15 years older than me. But a great guy, always smiling at all of the basketball games, all the football games, anything South Carolina State was doing for like 30 years, Eddie Moe showed up to everything. Like he got into all of the events for free. And, fans started playing and he started dancing. And just trust me, a South Carolina State legend, Eddie Moe.
One of my nieces went there. I'm going to ask her about Eddie Moe. And
what years did she go there?
She's
just an approximate
30-something now. So was she?
She probably she's 30-something. It's gonna be close whether she caught the Eddie Moe phenomenon. It's gonna be close. But
would she have caught kick booty?
Kick booty, yeah. I think kick booty was still around. With the time she was in college.
And that sign was on the door. It said KICKBOOTY.
Kick booty, absolutely.
I just thought maybe y'all nicknamed it Kick Booty.
No, that was the name of the place. Now, word on the street, it was ran by the Klan.
What?
Yeah, but you know how that rumor started with black folks. And you're watching the two last years. Allegedly, the Klan. It was a scheme by the Klan to keep us, drunk and discombobulated, so we couldn't study and fight for civil rights.
It worked.
That was the word on the street, is that Kick Booty owned the Klan, or the Klan owned Kick Booty. I don't believe that, though.
And that's why I burned down. Somebody got mad. And
that sounded like something they said in the jail, in Orangeburg jail. You do know that Kick Booty is owned by the Klan, right?
Right.
Remember that character on The Living Color Damon Wayans did? Or Keenan Wayans did?
The one when he would, he had he was a homeless man. Smelled like urine.
From JY3, LeBron was a faller until he left Miami, become a leader when he went back to Cleveland, literally. Just in time, 53-78. I have an autographed Willie Mays baseball thanks to the Two Live Stews. Won a contest. Wow. That's what's up. Yeah. The Jeff Fox show. If Arlie ever came to Miami, I would make her some Bahamian oxtails and my world famous mac and cheese with tata salad.
Tater salad.
Oh, tater salad.
It could be tata, but we're going to make it tater salad.
Tater salad and peas and rice. Ooh, I love me some peas and rice.
Okay, Jeff Fox show. We coming to Miami. I'm hungry.
I love some peas and rice.
From
D-Skinner, Massa can do it, but the players can't. The Lakers and Celtics had 4 Hall of Famers minimum of their teams, but he crying about a big 3. Okay, once again, I'm not crying about anything. I'm telling you the perception, and I tend to go on the side of 5 legendary players and their thought process about how this whole thing went down, LeBron and him going to play with Dwayne Wade in Miami.
Pop-up show.
So blame them. Get mad at them. All right. Julius 35C, Barkley forced his way out of Philadelphia. He got traded. You can say all you want about so-and-so forced their way out. He got traded for fair compensation. As a free agent, he didn't leave to go play with his boy, another first ballot Hall of Famer in Dwayne Wade. It's a big difference.
Your brother got something to say in here.
Oh my gosh. From RC, Bird, Magic, and Doc's teams all had to add great players on their teams. They did it through the draft or trades. They didn't, as a free agent, up and leave their team. They're the superstar on the team. Why would they leave a team where they're the superstar? You should try to bring or get the organization to trade for other players to help your campaign in what you're trying to get done.
And when they don't, you just stay there. That's what your thought is?
Well, I mean, that's what the players basically did in the past. You know, why would they want to leave a place where they are the man? They're the main guy.
Mm.
You know, a lot of guys have egos.
Right. Slavery. That's all I say.
From Sydney Action Jackson, Doug conveniently forgetting the Garnett, Ray Allen Celtics. No, I didn't forget. We talked about that. They were traded. From Fly Tie Hell, players been stacking teams since on the playgrounds. Who's going to play with scrubs or who wants to play with scrubs? What up, Fly Tie? What up, Cuzzo? From RC, Bird, Magic, and Doc's teams all had to add great players on their team to win in the 80s. It don't matter to me if players were traded or not. Yeah, it don't, but that's the whole point of the debate. That's the one thing that everybody that agrees or likes LeBron that they don't want, that they omit from the conversation. Okay. From Rel Scott, LeBron is the GM of the Lakers now. Right. From RC, Bird, Magic, and Doc's teams all had to add great players. I think I just read that. From the Jeff Fox Show. So what? LBJ is still the GOAT. No, he's not. I love LeBron.
He is a GOAT.
He's not the GOAT. He's a GOAT, but he's probably the third or fourth GOAT.
Not article like only one ever. More so like he's the GOAT. You know.
For Ryan Stewart, why would Bird or Magic want to do? I thought you were doing something, man. If you got time to type, you can jump back on. Shit.
Don't make him jump back on.
Well, Ryan said, why would Bird or Magic want a different team? GTFOH. From the Jeff Fox Show. I love you, Doug, but you sound like the old man in the club. I agree with the great Naughty Dread. That's fine. We can have our difference of opinions. Just know that what LeBron did going to Miami was lame as heck. Loose neck side, Naughty was up in Fulton County jail arguing about LeBron.
I want Loose Neck to go on a tour. I'm going to his show when he go. That dude is funny.
I'm waiting for Naughty to slip up. You do notice that these times where this whole thing came out with Naughty being in jail and getting shot, it kind of slipped out, right?
Right.
I'm waiting for Naughty one day on the show to be like, yeah, so I remember when I took a shot at Reagan back in 78. And what do you mean you took a shot? Naughty, wait. And
go back.
Oh, forget that. Forget I just said that.
Rewind.
Yeah, I remember we robbed that bank back in Cali back in 82.
I was 7.
Damn, Naughty. Hey, but you know what? You need some muscle around you. I mean, I really appreciate his impact on the show. And if we go out, he can pop a tap to somebody's ass too at the same time.
Naughty said he's a nonviolent human being. Don't push him.
Yeah, okay. From Sidney Jackson, it's not about LeBron. It's about the illogical argument where you say it's okay for GMs to have all the power. That makes no sense. I'm not talking about GMs. I'm not talking about anything. One thing I will say about that is the difference between sports and any other career. People always say, well, in any other career, you can leave and go wherever you want to. Yeah, but one thing, the difference is sports, you have to have competitiveness. Okay, or it's not, I don't want to say believable, but there's an inherent problem with teams not being able to compete. So if you stack, what's happened now is literally at the start of the season, there's maybe 5 teams that got a legitimate chance to win a championship because all of the top players going to play with each other. And that was started as a free agent by LeBron.
But that
sports is in a different category than a regular job, a 9 to 5. You go punch a clock. You have to have a competitive balance in sports to be legitimate.
But it makes it seem like the argument, the fallacy in their argument is that there are not other great players on all these other teams. Like there are only 5 great players in the whole team, and LeBron got them all on his team. That doesn't.
Yeah, but what we're talking about is upper tier, first ballot type players. like when LeBron went to go play with Miami, Dwayne Wade was killing it. He was at the top of the game, at his game at that time. First ballot Hall of Famer, even though he wears nail polish. Dwayne Wade was that dude. Okay. So LeBron left to go play with him in Miami, and they teamed up as a free agent. You have to remember that little caveat. As a free agent, he chose to leave his team, which the entire organization was built around him. The entire city fan base was built around him being on the team and following him and buying tickets. And he left all of that to go play with another alpha male.
But listen,
it just didn't happen back in the day.
Factual, but everything that just because it didn't happen doesn't mean it should. And I get the argument on both sides. I just feel like there are enough really great players on every team that you're gonna still have competition. That's why it's a toss-up every year of who's gonna win.
Till Dog 12. Doug, please get over what LeBron did 13 years ago. Everybody is over that, but you plus the man went back to Cleveland and won for his hometown. What do you mean? What do you mean? Get over that? I never talk about this. This is the first time we've talked about this whole LeBron leaving to go to Miami in 6 months of us doing the show. I'm not dwelling on LeBron. It came up. I don't even remember why it came up. Oh, it came up because we were talking about something with players, or I can't remember why it came up, but it came up and it was part of the conversation. That's all. Hey, Nadi, hit the music, man. I got to get out of here. There's a bunch of more great chat messages in here I would love to read, but I got to go. I got to go make
the donuts.
I got to go make the donuts. So thank you, Ollie, for joining me.
Hey, I'm going to give you an A+ today. I'm going to give Nadi an A+. I'm giving out grades since Ryan's not here. Tree Taylor gets an A+. Everybody gets an A+ going into the weekend. And I want to tell you, remember, God loves you, and you need to show him some love. That's all he's trying to show you. I know Ryan said some other stuff, but that's the best I can do.
Right. You better believe God loves you.
Better believe it. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Because he loves us.
All right. Thank you so much, Arlie. Thank you. All right. So, man, this is the longest I've gone past 8:30. We had a lot of fun today. Ryan's probably going to come back Monday and want to talk about LeBron going to Miami for the next entire show. Nobody thinking about that. You talking about you get off of that, get over it. It's just a part of the conversation. That's what we do, Jack. We talk about sports in this show and whatever is relevant and whatever is interesting. And I can't remember the reason why, but LeBron came up, and for the first time in 6 months, I talked about and gave you my opinions on LeBron being a sucker going to play with Dwayne Wade in Miami. Still a great player. Top 5 at least. All right. Thank you for joining your boys. We will be back Monday, 7 a.m. bright and early. The 2 live stews. Thank you, Pastor Word. All right.